All right, I'm here. I'm here. Look at my beautiful brethren. Nazarene in the hall, yeah. All right, man. I had technical difficulties right when I was supposed to start. I'm not even surprised. I think it's this time of day, people getting off work out here. Everybody getting on the internet. So sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad to be here with y'all. Let me get my video started by the blowing of my shofar. Oh, yes. Heavenly Father, please bless my video. Bless my video. Thank you for another opportunity to share with my brethren. Hey, Snath, sister. All right. You're here. All right. Thank you, Creator, for this opportunity to say something that I might say something that you might use me to help me bless my brethren. I'm going to scroll the glossary so in case there's anybody who comes in, they're new, then at least they can read they can look at the glossary so they can have an idea of where we're coming from in this room. This is a room where I like to share the OAHSPE Bible, and it's a new revelation from the Creator. And I think that it's because we're in a new era, so it's time for the kingdom of man to come to a conclusion. It's had its run. It's time for the end of the kingdom of man. Time for the kingdom of the Creator on this earth. And he's getting it started. And he's raising up people who are able to, he's raising up people, from what I can see, who he wants to get everything set in motion. Raising up brethren who are able to attain to his voice. They can see the deception. They're like Suis to me, because they can see the unseen. They can see the spiritual. Hey, Mahalia, you might like this. I was reading something on video or something, and I think I was studying up on somebody's sign, and they were Cancer, and it gave a little summary. It was talking about this person, but it was talking about Cancer in general, and it said that these people have the ability to see beyond black and white. And I thought about it. I said, man, see there, the Creator he just will not stop glorifying himself, man. Because there is definitely something with you Cancers. You Cancers, I can see it. You have this way of relating to people that is it's like I can't even describe it. It's very unique, the way you guys relate to people. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe everybody's not like that. You have this way of your outlook on, just think of Mike Tyson. Sometimes he say things and people love him. Cancer is a sign of the adolescent. And people love that brother, man, because he's raw. He's real. He's raw. He just let it hang out. He don't use sentences correctly all the time, but he's the type of person you feel him more than you hear him. His actions speak louder. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I think that I really love Cancers for that. My brother's one, and they just got their own way, But when you study the moon, it kind of goes to its own beat too, Well, enough of that. I want to thank the creator. My name is Yaquab Yisrael, and on this channel here, I like to talk to. I realize that I'm a faithist, and I realize that the creator is he's raising up faithists, people who he calls faithists right now. These are people who are able to attain to the voice of the creator, even while in this reality. They're able to, they just able to hear his voice. I mean, not like we trying to sound like we're better than anybody else. It's like faithists are people who they just got a head start on the kingdom. I think eventually everybody's going to subscribe to the things that we believe right now. That's all it is, really. We just, we jump in the line, so to speak. Creator done put a vibration on us where, we realize where we are. We realize we on the earth. We realize we in a strange place. I want to share something real quick too, man. I got a couple of stories I want to share real quick. Now, Saturday, and I knew it even before it happened. I knew it. I just knew it. Was it Saturday? Yep, it was Saturday. I was hanging out, doing nothing, and now the world says the spirit, and I don't know about using that phrase. I can't think of anything else. I don't like it because it's used too much. And, but I don't know how else to put it. I was inspired to do something. So the inspiration said, go to the store, get you some orange juice. You haven't had none in a while. I know it's bad for you, but what is good for you in this reality? All you can do is eat the best of the worst. So I went to the store. On my way to the store to get some orange juice, every now and then to get out of the apartment, I get out there, find a reason to go to 7-Eleven, and it's beautiful country out here, so it's good to get out and look at it every once in a while. And sure enough, man, on my way to the store, there they were, a brother that I had talked to some months before. And at that time, I was passing out Third Testament cards, and I gave him one, and we talked a little bit, and I went my way. And then going to the store, there he was, man, out there with a big old tent and a big old sign. Anybody who want to come and pray, come on over here. Let's pray together, right? Now, I'm just starting. I'm just starting the purpose to keep the OAHSPE to myself. I'm purposing now to just hold my peace. I won't do like I did before, but this was a little too much on me. Little too much on me. And so they had to I rolled up to him and I greeted him. He greeted me. We started talking, and I said, hey, I've come across a new revelation since I talked to you about the Third Testament. So that got it started right there. I ended up hanging out there like a couple of hours trying to talk to him and his friend who were sitting in the driveway, and they had a big sign out. It was street level. It was right beside the street. These houses right beside the street. Oh, Elijah. Brother, you've been usurped, brother. Nazarene took your crown today. Aseneth took your crown the other day. You're losing a step, brother. You're losing a step, brother. First in the room. I don't know, brother. I'm worried about you, brother. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. I hope I bless y'all. I hope I really, So anyway, I knew it. I knew it, man. As soon as I got an eyesight of that big sign they had up, I knew why the inspiration was telling me, go get some orange juice, have yourself a little fun. I ran into this guy. We started talking, and afterwards, I thought to myself. Now I was talking to him and his Christian brother, And afterwards, the lesson that I learned was that, man, we are in a hell of a situation. Not that you didn't already know. Flips, 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 with the glasses on. Flips, flips. I don't know why I love that name so much, man. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for checking in, man. You know, so I was talking with these two Christians, right? And their heart is certainly in the right place. They first of all, they believe in prayer, they believe in spiritual, And the only thing again that I was trying to tell them is, man, the only warning I was trying to give them was that whatever you do not worship anything born of a woman. I said, is Christ born of a woman? And they said, yeah, the virgin birth. And I said, man, that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there, man. When you want to do what is right by your brethren, that's cool. That's all good, man. But you're going to find when it's too late, you running in vain. And then that got the party started right there, The other brother, one was a Cancer, one was a Pisces, Now, the Pisces, he had a different criteria for coming to truth than the Cancer. The Cancer just came out against me. He started mocking me, making fun of me, And then he almost started, Cosmin Cow? Are you kidding me? You mean the whirlwind is in here? Everybody put on your seatbelts, man. The whirlwind is in this. The whirlwind, man. Here, let me drop the link in case you want to come on and take over the video. Hold on a second. Let me put the link in the room. So if the brother if he want to stop me and give a lesson, let me put the link in the room. Boy, it's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you. We might not have gotten off on the good foot starting out, but I got nothing but love for you and the gift that you got, that the Creator done give you. Brother Whirlwind, man. Dave, brother? All right, man. So we got a full house tonight. So, okay, there we go the link. The link is in the room. And Brother Whirlwind is Daryl? Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know. I mixed them up. Whirlwind. All right, so there go the link. I'm going to start talking. And then if you want to come on, Cal, and give a word, please, by all means, man, please. So I'm gonna keep talking here. What I usually do is at the top of the hour, I go into the reading. And then before that, I just have a little monologue and I just try to share some things and whatever can come to my mind, I can, bless brethren with, So anyway, I was talking to the guys, the Christians, and after it was all said and done, I spent a couple hours. It even started raining, and I was in a power chair. Oh, somebody want to come in? Okay, hold on a second. Let me fix the screen so I can see who want to come in. Hold on 1 second. Let's see what's up. Oh, okay. Brother want to come in. All right. Hey, brother.
Man, peace, brother Yakub. What's going on, bro?
Hey, you want me to change your name to Whirlwind ×2 or something or what?
That's my little bro. That's Daryl Cosby. He's the whirlwind. I'm the cloud kicker. Mr. Vortex himself.
Okay, let me see. Let me think. Oh, because hey, you know what? Tell me your sign real quick. You don't have to if you don't want to, but let me know.
I'm a Pisces.
Okay, let me see. Pisces. Now let me think of your style since I've known you. I got to give you a good nickname because mine, when I give a brother a nickname, mine stick. Let me see. Cosmic. Let me see. Oh, okay. I can't think of one right now. I want to call you bag packer, as in body bag packer. Body bag packer. Bag packer. Bag packer. No, that don't fit. I'm gonna think of something.
I've been getting this this overall thing that you dig what I'm saying. They've been putting on me is the boogeyman. They've been staying away from me, man. They've been staying away from me, man.
Hey, look at your nicknames coming up. Look in the chat.
My whole girl called me the mad scientist.
Hey, you know, now wait a minute. I think I got it. Mad cow after mad.
They call me the mad scientist. Mr. Vortexia himself, the cloud kicker.
Yeah.
Man, how you doing, bro?
We got to give you something good, man. Whirlwind, that's a real good one, man. I like that one. I automatically thought that was you, you know.
No. I'm Mr. Vortex. You dig what I'm talking about? They see that they didn't call me so many things that even some of my young brothers have assumed them names. I was dropping megaton light bombs before Malachi was the megaton light bomb. You dig what I'm talking about?
I gotta find something. I'm gonna be working on it, and I'm gonna check back with you and let you know. I don't like Vortex shit, man. It's gotta click with me, you know. Now Whirlwind, I don't really think Whirlwind clicked with Daryl. He's too chilled out, man, to be a Whirlwind.
Man,
he's solid though, you know. But
yeah, I don't know. Why they call him the Whirlwind is because he not seen, but he felt.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty tight right there, man.
Hey, bro, I mean, that's what I thought it fit too. Hey, man, I just want you to know, brother. I don't hold no ill feelings, or I don't get into my feelings about this internet stuff. And sometimes we could just, just be having bad days or whatever. You know what I mean? In the end of the day, you my brother, and more importantly, you a son of the Creator, right? So that makes us family. So we can have little scuffles and whatever. I just want you to know, 2 seconds later, I'm right back to Cal. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna change a bit. You know what I mean? So I don't want you to think that I held anything. That I'm not holding any ill feelings, or, just because we had a little conversation. You dig what I'm saying? That's what men do. We had the conversation. It wasn't, in the end of the day, you this and that and that. So I think we were both able to get our points of view across, and you know what I mean? And here we are today. New day, new drink.
Yeah, no, man, I'm too afraid to be holding grudges, man.
That's right.
I can admit to that. When it comes to the Creator, I can honestly admit that, So, but I certainly am pulling for you and any brother who get up there and get out front, because I know how that is. But you want to share a word with us or something? I'll step off.
No, man, I was just joining the live, man. Just to let you know you got my support, and go ahead and go get into the bill. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to throw the bill, dog.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Well, I'm open, man. To I really like it when when Daryl come in and sometimes my understanding is not. I need some correction. You know what I'm saying? And
we all babes in this. You know what I mean? We all babes in this, and we.
How long have you been doing this?
11 years.
Good night, man.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find out?
Very long story short, I astral traveled, and they took me to the place that people who haven't been there commonly called the Akashic Record. Met my fourth great grandmother, and she told me a bunch of information. And then, but they never told me about OAHSPE. I never got told about the book. They told me to go look for a guy named Thila Shalom. They told me his name was Peace, and they laughed. And long story short, months and months later, I don't know how I found Thila on YouTube. I don't even remember. And he was breaking down. I think one of the very first things I seen was about Abraham, and then I watched something on the moon, and I had been watching the moon, and it just lined up, and I seen him reading out of a book, and that was the start. I said, "What is that he reading out of?" And I waited till, I wound it back and looked it up, and it's been on ever since.
See, now you brethren be thinking I'm crazy when I be talking to y'all about water signs and how they're likely to be the ones to testify about things like astral travel and the unseen like that.
Mm.
And that is knocked out, man. You said that so you can astral travel like anytime you want.
Well, I'm sure I can because I've done it, but so far it's been an unconscious thing. Yeah, that I didn't have no control over that, but the working of the spirit, yeah, you know what I mean. I've got past where I used to be, in my meditations and all that stuff. I used to get to I don't know how to explain it, like a black screen, right? And I would stop there, you know what I mean? And it wasn't until I was able to lose the fear that I was able to press through to the higher regions where the light is. Right.
Hey,
so,
bro, what else did you see there?
Man, everything. You can. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's color everywhere. There's a light that has no source. There's music everywhere. Everything is shiny. I talked to a 30-foot human being for what must have seemed like, to me, it seemed like days. He took me to a place where I met a whole bunch of my people. I end up finding out later, I didn't notice at the time, who were my ancestors. My grandma told me where to find my genealogy, who had it, what to do with it, how to get your land back.
How to get your what back? Your land?
My land. Yeah, I was she let me know I was an Indian.
Oh.
That I wasn't quote unquote black or African American or none of that, and that I came from a long line of faiths. Right here in America, and she showed me where to go get my genealogy.
Hey,
Right?
bro,
It was already done.
why did you mean you didn't want to stay there?
Well, I don't think I could, looking back on it, because I was chased back into my body. The best description I could tell you was this: when I was going back to my body with the being that I was talking to, who, by the way, told me to just call him. He said, I asked him what his name was. He said that it wasn't the name that mattered. It was what he had to tell him that mattered. He had to tell me that mattered. Right? And bro, he held my hand like a child. And I didn't understand that till much, much, much later, what he was doing. You dig what I'm talking about? Why he would walk around and hold my hand or put his hand on my shoulder. And he was keeping me in my Merkaba. Right? Okay, the best way to explain that, while you're alive, I think also while you're dead. You can't see it while you're dead, right? But while you're still alive, your spirit is attached to your physical body. And when it moves outside of the physical body, it moves in a upside down pyramid and a right side up pyramid, and it spins, right? And so it looks like a bubble. And by what you know, right? By what you know, that bubble is like a vehicle. It allows you to move, right? But it's based off, the information that you already know. So this is, and this this didn't make no sense till I read OAHSPE, and they tell you that they have teachers for Essayans to teach you how to move, teach you how to eat, teach you how to walk, teach you how to everything, teach you how to dress yourself. It didn't make any sense. Why wouldn't I already know that? Well, it's not programmed into my spirit computer car, which is what your Merkaba is. It allows you to move. Well, when I was going back to my body, mind you, I was way somewhere. I don't know where I was. And when I was looking back, I seen like these shooting stars shooting across they was way far away from me in the galaxy, but they were shooting stars. And I turned and I looked and I spoke to the Archon. He said, I said, what are those? And he said, look, right? And I get it now, but just like the atmosphere of the earth is convex and concave and allows you to look at things very far and bring them towards you or to you. You dig what I'm talking about? Makes things very small look big and close. I was able to kind of like zoom in, just like it does your Merkaba does the exact same thing that the atmosphere does for the planet, right? And just as you see through the atmosphere, you kind of see through it too. And because it is convex and concave too, it allows you to bring things that are very far close to you. So I looked out and I still don't know how to explain this. The best thing that I would explain it to you as, or as what he told me they were, that I would understand, is a hellhound. Now, mind you, when I was looking at them, they looked like comets, right? And they were like like moving, you know what I mean, in straight paths. Now, when I looked up close to it, it's like how do I explain this? Like a lion, serpent, dragon, jellyfishy type thing. It had multiple tentacles, but a tail with the front legs are like a lion, but like the body of a dragon and a head like a lion. I guess that's well. Anyways, right? What I looked and was able to see is that they ran on like these little rails of light. Like the light would go before them and they'd slide along it. And then they move at another diagonal angle. Then they move at another diagonal angle. And they was coming for me. And they was moving from way to where they were. And they were a long far away from me. So much so that I didn't even see that they were zigzagging. They just looked like they were going straight. And they kind of, I could see myself going back through my roof, down through my roof. I could see my body, but these damn things was chasing me. And it was like on these little, that's the best way I can explain it, like a line of light. And they were sliding along like a train. But in diagonals, like in angles. And they were fast. And they was on me, and they kind of chased me into my body. Right? And I woke up, couldn't move. And it didn't feel like I thought it would feel. You dig what I'm talking about? It's you would think it would be hot, you know what I mean? But it's actually you're cold and you're shivery and you're shaky. You dig what I'm talking about? And I think that's the spirit settling back in the body. I'm not sure of that, but I couldn't move. I could see, and my eyes was open, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. I was trying to move my body. It felt like I couldn't breathe. And that's much it. That was Martin Luther King's birthday night. So if I'm not mistaken, January 16th, 2013. And they never even told me about OAHSPE. Never said nothing about it. Not once. Right? So it's a long, so I told the story before. You did what I'm talking about, but he took me to this place where we sat at this table, and it's just like this big table. Now, mind you, I'm talking to a 30-foot man. He's easily 30, 40 feet tall. And he doesn't look like what I in my mind think an angel should look like. He's dark, he's muted. He has a bunch of gray on and dark colors. He has a hood. And I can see him, but I remember talking to, I can look and see like the colors are changing even in his robe. Like it's gray, it's whitish, it's blackish. You dig what I'm talking about? And I'm looking dead at him, just like I'm looking at you right now. And I could not see this man's face. And I was probably only sleep maybe a couple hours. I don't remember when I went to sleep, so I'm guessing in between 3. I woke up, it was about 10ish, 9ish, 10ish. So I was only asleep about 6 hours, 6, 7 hours. And but it felt like I talked to this man forever. Little dog, chill out. Going crazy. But what I learned from it was that this is a thing that every man can do. It's not not special. I still ate meat at this time. I still ate meat. I didn't know nothing about OAHSPE. Right? Little dog. You okay? So I knew things were different. You dig what I'm talking about? I knew it was something different than even what there's more to it than even what OAHSPE says. There's reasons behind reasons. Hey, baby girl. And I didn't get why he would never let me see him till I read OAHSPE. He did that for my sake. Had he came in all that light and glory, and ain't no telling what I'd have did. You dig what I'm saying? I was in a way still under the God spell. You know how the angels, when certain people come in, their light can like blind them and stunt them. You know what I mean? So he did that for my benefit. He put a robe on, like a big old shawl with a robe, and I could see that he had hands and that he was moving his hands, but I never seen his hands. So he had like this big robe on that was covering him up, and he told me everything. Everything. Right? So it's stuff that I know, you know what I mean, that I didn't know. And and even still today, things come back to me. Like he okay. You've heard of the nursery rhymes, right? You know the nursery rhymes, Brother Yakab?
Yeah.
Like ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down, right? He told me why these songs are remembered like that and where they come from is that they mark major changes in humanity, and many of them are so old nobody know where they come from. But he was explaining to me like ring around the rosy, right? He was like, that what that really is about the Black Death of Europe. You ever heard this before? Okay, the song, okay, when an event is so catastrophic that it changes the understanding of the ideal of man as a whole, it is remembered, right? And in many ways, how we keep that alive is through song and folklore, right? So what Ring Around the Rosie actually has to do with is the Great Plague of Europe, the Black Plague, where millions and millions of people died, right? Well, ring around the rosy, right? Well, the ring around the rosy is that even with melanated, but especially with pale skin, right? These rats would carry these fleas, and the fleas would bite the person, right? It would bite the person and leave a little ring, right, around this little red spot on their hand or wherever they got bit. So ring around the rosy, right? Pocket full of posies, right? At this time, people were dying at such a catastrophic rate they couldn't even bury the people, right? So bodies would just literally be stacked on top of each other, just laying in the streets. Well, they ended up building these giant pits, right? And even using some of the ancient body parts to build underground caverns, right? Well, anyways, they would throw the bodies in the pit and light them on fire, but the bodies were stinking, right? So the women and the men used to carry what is called a pocket full of posies, right? Their posies are flowers, right? And they carrying them in this little pouch, and they would hold it up to their face while they went outside and breathe through it like a mask. So ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies to deal with the smell, right? Well, to get rid of the bodies, they built these massive pits, right? And they just threw the bodies in there and they burned them, right? Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, right? That's because they threw the bodies in there and they lit them on fire. Ashes, we all fall down. Roughly 3 million people die in just Western Europe from this disease. It was so horrific, right, that it left a mark on the overall understanding of humanity as a whole, right? And he was explaining things like that. I mean, just amazing stuff you wouldn't even believe, right? He told me, you know what I mean, that I haven't been able to prove it all the way yet, but he told me to go look at certain things, and that would show, he said, even under my city, right? I'm from Detroit. He said, many of what you're looking at as mountains, right? The mountains are actually old buildings that types of men lived in them, right? Now extinct. And even the mountains have been melted over time and broken down and wore away. And but many of them are buildings, not mountains at all, right? They're carved out of rock, right? But many of these are some of the greatest civilizations to ever touch the earth, and they're no longer remembered. Right. He also told me that look everywhere in the world, you will find underground cities. He told me about Kuyu. He told me about even under my city, there is a 1,400-mile what they call a salt mine, but it's bigger than the city itself. 1,400 square miles. That's bigger than Detroit. So the whole city of Detroit sits up under, quote unquote, a salt mine. But he told me that was an ancient city that they found and they cleared it out. Just so happened to be salt there because it's an ancient estuary. And the mound builders that built that up. He told me that there's a whole city under the ground in the area of Sedona. He told me the Rocky Mountains were once lived in, not on, not next to, in. He also told me that the Rocky Mountains are not natural. This is before I ever knew anything about OAHSPE. He said they're not natural, and that they were made. Right? And if you go look at the Rocky Mountains, they shouldn't be there. It's an impossibility for them to be there. Mountains are made when continents touch. America is one continent. It's one landmass. Ain't nothing crashing into it. Mexico didn't crash into North America. Right? And then it's going south and north. So even if it was, it should be east and west, but it's not. What buckles a continent damn near in the middle of it? Right? Because we don't get the Rockies till New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming. You know, what made the mountains rise in a place that it should be an impossibility for them to even be? And then I didn't remember when I learned this, but after I learned this, I remember he talked about this too, about the mountains, that the Rockies, the Sierra Madres, and the Andes or the Peruvian mountains, they all rose up at the same time. 6,000 feet, all at the same time. Roughly 25,000 years ago. They all rose up 6,000 feet. How? Wasn't until I actually heard the Algonquin flood myth, which is, the flood myth of OAHSPE, which is the Algonquin flood myth, that I understood how a mountain could be made in the middle of the continent. Right? Once you understand that a landmass the size of 3-4 Africas, or 55 million square miles, which is the floor of the Pacific, was pushed up underneath the continental shelf of America. And then it wasn't just pushed once, it was hit 3 times. So when you look at places like Los Angeles, California, and you look at it through a Google map, right? You look at it through a Google map, Los Angeles, California, it'll look like it's cracked like an egg. How do you crack a continent? Only OAHSPE tells you. And then once you see, think about this. Think about having like a foot tub, right? A foot tub with sand at the bottom, and then there's water on one side, and it's like going down, and the water is over the sand, almost like a beach. You know what I mean? Like the water coming up to the beach like this. See how the water would go up, still be carrying underneath the water? Imagine if you took a cup, right? The flat side of a cup, and you smashed it into the dirt part, right? It would raise the water up, right? And then if you hit it again, it would raise the water up from doing what? Moving the dirt to the side. The dirt that would have been where the cup is now moved east, west, north, south. Right? It's moving in all directions. But then you hit it again a third time, and if you look, there will be a ripple wave effect in the dirt. You can just do this as the regular practice you can do anytime you get a bucket, some sand and water, and a cup. Hit it 3 times and watch it ripple. Watch the dirt push underneath the other dirt. The same thing we see with the continental shelf of the Pacific. It moves under the North American continent. How if it's moving north and west? It's the continental, the Pacific shelf, or you know what I mean, is moving towards Japan. The whole continent is drifting towards north and west towards Japan. That's the only way you could have made a mountain range in the middle of a country, right? Was to smash that continental shelf up under the American continental shelf. But how? How if it's already moving in the other direction? Right? America sits to the east, it moves north and west. That would also mean that, and OAHSPE explains this, why it moves that way. Because the last part or remnant of the continent of Pan was carved from it, right? Leaving the greatest gash would have been that way, and it mushed it up under it. So the Atlantic is moving towards the west. So is the Pacific moving towards Japan. It's moving upwards, northwards, and westward towards Japan. How? Right? It would have been to do that, right? To make that happen. The land that sunk, that is now the floor of the Pacific, would have had to have been higher than the lands of the Americas. And then dumped 7, 8, 9,000, 10,000 feet below the surface, right? With its pressure gauge being Japan, it moves north and west towards it. You know, to never rise no more. You're right. To never rise no more. The crazy part is, have you read the part of Pan, the sinking of Pan in the book of Eighth, Brother Yakab?
Yeah.
Do you know that they give you a way to measure how much energy was used to crack a continent, right? To sever it from its base, crack it into pieces, and then push it below the waves. Do you know it gives a way to roughly tell you the amount of force? Well, everywhere that in the story, remember, he sealed a great tube, now called the Ring of Fire, around the Pacific, right? But he fastened it. What did he use to fasten? He used the pressure of the atmosphere. 14.7 pounds per square inch everywhere, right? But he had 250,000 ships, multiplying it 10,000 times each. Well, it comes out to roughly, think about this, man. This is amazing. OAHSPE said it takes roughly 37.5 billion, with a B, billion pounds per square inch to crack, carve, and sink a continent the size of 3-4 Africas. We got right now on Earth everywhere, there's 14.7 right pounds per square inch being exerted so masterfully by the creator, we don't even know it's happening. Right? We misnomer it as gravity. It's not pull, it's push. Right? It's that, and that's everywhere, just depending on where you are, how high you are, how low you are with sea level. But to sink a continent, mind you, Africa is 11 million square miles. So we're looking for something roughly 50 to 52 million square miles, which is the Florida Pacific. So you could put 4 Africas safely in the land that was once called Pan. So no, the map is not correct. Right? Everything is not built to size. See this little itty bit, see this place Vinland up here way at the top, this big white Nova Scotia and all that up here at the top of the map. See that big white spot above North America? That one?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is called a Mercator map. Basically, what it's doing is everything north of the equator, it's making it bigger, better, wider, right? And everything south of the equator is little, lesser, darker. Now, I want you to take this into account. See that big old white space that they got it? It's big, damn near big as South America. See it? Yeah, right there?
Yeah.
That's really the size of Rhode Island. So it's a very little, itty bitty little small space. But they blow it up to make it look like it's this major big old thing. It's not that big. All right. This is the effects of the Mercator map. Right? Black is bad, hence south, hence low. Right? And there's a possibility that the maps are also upside down. Especially with the key being what they call Upper and Lower Egypt, right? Because they would have been looking at it as the source of the Nile, which comes from Central Africa to the Mediterranean, or runs opposite the way it should. It should run from the Mediterranean down into Kenya, into the mountains. Right? But it doesn't. It runs from the mountains and goes north. So from the Egyptian view, the beginning of the Nile is the north or upper. Right? Which is actually south. You see what I'm saying? So to actually make Upper Egypt properly, you must spin the map upside down. But that also, then that means north is south, east is west, right? But that also means the Pacific is the Atlantic is the Pacific. And this is why you always hear stories about people coming from the Atlantic when we know for a fact they were coming from the Pacific. Right? So a lot of this stuff I had already been given the answer to. I just didn't have the question yet. I didn't know to ask it. You know, so every day for 11 years, I've been getting my mind blown. Every day, without fail. Every time I open this dang on thing up, it blows my mind. something that I know I seen it 100 times before, and it gives me a new way of looking at it. See that Nile? Keep going all the way down. Yep. Through Egypt, through Sudan, all the way. See, this is what that part right there is their upper, because the Nile is coming from Sudan to Egypt, right? It's coming from south to north, but they're from their positioning, right? The border of Sudan and Egypt is their upper, their north, right? Because the Nile is life-giving, right? The Nile is life-giving, especially in them areas and them regions over there where there ain't no water like that, right? So from the Commission point of view, the sustenance came from south or upper. Way down there. It go further into that, down into Kenya and even further. Yep. It goes down. Yep, it goes all the way right around there. As the mouth of the Blue Nile. I know the mountain that it starts at is Kilimanjaro. If I'm not mistaken, Kilimanjaro's in Kenya. If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, like I said, a very long story led me to a lot of stuff, man. But that's how I came into OAHSPE. I didn't know nothing about it. As a matter of fact, I had just got done reading Urantia and Colburn's. I kind of read them like kind of back to back. You dig what I'm saying? In Urantia it's just Bible basically. But Colburn was a little different, and Colburn's almost got me.
Oh, you mean the Colburn Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Colburn almost got me.
I've been all through that. And have you been able to place it on the timeline, the Colburn? Have you been able to place the Colburn and where it fits in the timeline? Because I can't really.
From my understanding, I get 1952 to 1954.
No. I mean, have you historically? Have you been able to to place it where in history?
You know what? It is weird like that. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because I can't really. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I get what you're saying, because how it reads, like for instance, if I was going to write a sci-fi book about biblical stuff and God and all that stuff, I would use Colburn's. But just like Kilimanjaro's in Tanzania. Okay, all right. I was Tanzania. Okay, hey, thanks, Yusuf. It just like Bible, it makes assertions. Yup, it makes assertions without actually putting them on a timeline. So there are some things where, if you actually dating them, they're jumping back and forth in time. Right. So if you haven't done the historical search, you won't be able to tell the difference in the literature, because you've heard the stories, but you've never been they don't put them in order. Right. And I think that's kind of what Colburn's did. Because it's not actually a true story, right? And not actually based in any objective proofs or facts, they were able to just tell it without a timeline. You know, so you were able to fit multiple stories, space trips, different parts and dimensions, and you know what I mean, different groups of angels and all that stuff, which I don't necessarily disbelieve in. I know that's true. You dig what I'm talking about? When we get to the second resurrection, there's absolutely going to be a creator gang group of angel men. If you was gang on earth, you're gonna be gang in heaven. You know what I mean? So I wasn't and that's one of the things that set OAHSPE apart. It was able to put everything on a timeline, right? Because remember in the Bible, yes, the Bible, it's the Bible. Remember in the Bible, God says, I made the sun and the moon to, you know, one to lord over the day, one to lord over the night. You'll be able to use them to tell times and seasons, and you know, learn how to tell time by using the moon and the sun. Remember that in the Bible? Well, the God doesn't go on to teach us how to use the sun and the moon to tell time. That's only done in OAHSPE.
That's right? Very interesting. Yeah.
So yeah, we actually literally use the moon to get our timetables of prophecy. And then there's also another one if with slightly different calculations if you use the sun. Right? So I always thought that was pretty cool that the creator told you in the Bible, or God in the Bible told you, you know, you're going to use the sun and the moon for reasons, seasons, times, months and dates, and to keep holy days. But it doesn't go on to tell you how, the process, right? But I found the process in OAHSPE. You know what I mean? So I always thought, I'm telling you, Colburn's is a nice read, right? If you were looking, and I was looking, you know what I mean? I was looking. And I got Urantia first. And Urantia just never set right with me because it was so much like the Aquarian Gospel, just with a different little sci-fi little type extras in there. But Colburn's was just enough out there, but just enough with enough common sense that if you don't know OAHSPE, it'll get you.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean when you say, "Hey, Jamia, how you doing, sis?" Yusef. Now, when you say to get you, well, I'm with you. I'm with you. I feel you. But what do you mean when you say that? Because I want to.
It for a thinking man, it's just enough. It's rational, just enough to get you to believe it, to be just above your pay grade, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit enough to your pay grade to where you would need just a little bit of belief, and it would make even more sense than the Bible. You know what I mean? So I ain't even gonna lie, it was dope. You know, it's not a bad read. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not right. It's not right. And I knew, and I you know, I was at least a book into OAHSPE. You know what I mean? The first book I read was Book of the Wars. Right? That's the book in the Bible. that even God couldn't find. And so y'all telling me that it's in this dang on book. I'm about to read this. And by the time I was done with the Book of the Wars, my mouth was on the floor. I was just like, there is no way. You know what I mean? So so I'm telling me, look, man, just start at the beginning. And when I seen that all is, all was, all shall ever be, and the all spoke, and motion was, and is, and ever shall be, and being positive, it was called he and him, right? And the all motion was his speech. I knew right then that's the guy I was looking for. I never heard it like that.
That was the what you was looking for?
That's the guy.
Oh,
that's
okay.
That's the creator I'm looking for. The guy who was before the beginning. The guy who made the beginning. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was looking for that guy. And then my brother Daryl tore my top off my head, because mind you, I've been reading this 7, 8 years, 9 years before Daryl put this into my mind. He said, all was, all is, all shall ever be is past, present, and future. I said, boom. My mind blew up right there. I said, oh my God. He, the creator, is admitting that he is all time and space. I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I never heard of it like that. And then he goes on to say, the Bible says, let us make man. Jehovah says, I am the power of life.
Yeah, let me interject something real quick. Man, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Although I have to admit, you lost me a long time ago, I mean, but you say I'm holding on to some bits. I'm going to look at this video again. I'm holding on to some bits and pieces at the moment. Like you mentioned, the map. The map is off. And I remember seeing
a video. It could be. Now, I'm not gonna.
I think it is.
I think it is too. But yeah. I didn't want to put that impression on you that I'm saying that it absolutely is.
Right.
But
right.
I think it is also.
Well, yeah, I think it. I mean, not knowing a whole lot, but I remember looking at a video and the brother was showing how the map, Africa was placed at the bottom, so the world would think that, they were below the Europeans.
Uh-huh.
I thought, whoa, hey, that makes sense to me,
That's the Mercator map.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the about the cup, and that was a pretty tight illustration, explaining the mountains and the pressure.
The sister said, when you read Colburn, did you read anything that correlates with OAHSPE? See, this is the thing. OAHSPE is based in reality. So if anything has any basis in reality whatsoever, it's going to have some sort of tie with OAHSPE. It's not that it's saying the same thing. It's not. They're totally saying two different things, right? But the idea of a grand architect, a thinking entity that created everything, but they, even though they call it the grand architect and all this stuff, it's still like God, right? It still has the attributes of a man. So if in correlation, you trying is OAHSPE backing up anything Coburn say? No. By Coburn's actions, OAHSPE proves it's false through the actions of the gods, through what's being done. You dig what I'm talking about? And in the way the story is being told, in the direction, right? OAHSPE is like a high-raised God talking down to the earth, right? Coburn is like a high-raised man talking up about the heavens. The point of view is different. So, as in, are they similar in ideology? No, but things done in Coburn's are co-signed by OAHSPE as, for the most part, negative behaviors. All right. So in it, some of the things done in there lean towards Drugian activity, obsession, things like that, where the spirit is being dominated, right? And the overall point of view of the text, right? I would say until you finished OAHSPE, I wouldn't even read Coburn's, because it could get confusing. You did what I'm talking about? It could get confusing. So but if you read OAHSPE and then go read Coburn's, you'll see that, like, some of the themes and stuff, moving in space chariots, different spiritual dimensions, things like that. But those are mentioned in comic books. You dig what I'm saying? And it don't make it real or actually truthful. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I like the way you describing it, because the Coburn, it's like the thing that appeals to me in the Coburn. It does seem to have like a morality bent to it.
Yeah,
it seems to lift up. It like does give you like instances, I think, of right and wrong, and it's a different type of spirituality that I see, but it's something off in my mind, And I think that to me, I can even see the crater in that. I look at the Coburn as like a breadcrumb for me. That you know what I'm saying? Lead me to
something else.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's the way the creator worked, is because I've got a bunch of books here, man, that I can't make heads or tails out of. You know what I mean? Like one good book, for example, the Keys of Enoch, the Book of Knowledge. Have you read that? You read that, right?
Yeah. It doesn't make sense till you understand Enoch is a time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it gets like it'll get you out there. You'll be like, what?
Yeah.
You did what?
But it's still, to me, it was hard.
Yeah, it didn't come easy.
Yeah. I was like, now wait a minute, something's up here, because I can get a little bit to eat out of this, but I'm afraid that my mind is going to start fixing it. You know what I mean? Like making it make sense. And I used to think when I read that book, like, wait, now it shouldn't really be that way. I shouldn't have to force this. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to force it, to make it fit. I I felt the creator, he could do better than that. But there was enough in it to make me to. It was some spiritual food in there.
Yeah,
You
that
know.
piqued your interest a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. Exactly.
I would say that too, and even in Coburn's. But look, this is it. Look at this. Just go back up right there, right there. Say the
Okay.
first 6 books of the Coburn Bible are all that remains of a 3,600-year-old anthology. Okay, we got to think. A arc cycle.
600. Yeah.
An arc cycle is roughly 3,000 years, but they can be as low as 2,400 and as
Uh-huh.
high as 36. On
Right.
average, they're 3,000. When was the last 3,600-year arc?
Wouldn't it be Speeder? Or is
Nope.
that am I on the
Speed
right
of
track?
2,400.
Oh, the year 400.
No. When was the last 3,600-year arc?
Okay,
Right?
now let me see if I can just say it in baby terms. Are,
Yes,
are
sir.
you saying like, okay, are you saying what was the arc cycle before Cosmin?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying arc cycles, we are currently in the 25th arc cycle, correct?
Yeah, yeah, right.
Cosmon,
Uh-huh.
right? It's a 3,000-year period. The arc cycle before this, which is the 24th arc cycle, is called Bond. It's
Right.
3,400. The arc cycle before that, the 23rd,
Oh, I get you. I know
is
what you're
20
saying.
is
Yeah,
2,400 years, right?
right, right,
When was
right.
the last time we had a 3,600-year
600
span?
years. Yes.
It wasn't, and guess when? The 17th arc cycle,
Would
the
it be
ark
Noe?
of Noah.
Yeah.
It's Noah. That's how you say that.
Noah.
Noah.
Yes. Noah.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Nice.
That was the last time we had a 3,600-year
Your arc cycle.
arc cycle. So they don't even know that they pulling from things at a time, first of all, where Abraham can't be.
Mhm, mhm.
And then the things that would have been left from Coburn's at that 3,600 time would have had to been taken on those boats with the irons. So we already know no God, no Abraham, no Hebrew Exodus, no Egyptians
Mhm,
existed at this time,
mhm, mhm.
right? And so when you start to unravel things like this, it showed the little falsities. And then the 36, well, a lot of people don't know where do they get that little 3,600 year span of time from? That is directly out of the Sumerian mythos. It's called it's actually called an ashar. Ain't that odd?
Run that by me again.
Okay. See this 3,600 year span time they're talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
They actually get that measuring date from the ancient Sumerians.
Right. Ah.
And that 3,600 year span of time, which is what they say, how long it takes Nibiru to come around our sun, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is called an ashar.
Now let me stop you. Let me ask you something real quick, Cal. The Sumerian culture is
Mhm.
identical with the flood. Is that or the civilization after the flood? Would you say? Am I saying that right? Or
Well,
where in relation to the flood or the sinking of pond? Where do
uh-huh.
you place Sumerian culture?
Sumerian culture, I say, as we know it, starts 23rd arc cycle, 3953. Oh, I would just say, as we know it, for 4,000 BC. right? So it's some
So that was the
18,000 years after the
civilization.
flood.
Okay. Because that's acknowledged. Well, am I saying this right? Aren't they acknowledged as the preeminent civilization, or the oldest
Yeah, one
civilization?
of yeah. They're definitely one of the oldest known
Right.
civilizations in the world is Sumer. For instance, the oldest pyramid in Egypt is Djoser's Step Pyramid, built around 2700 BC. In Sumer alone, at around 4000 BC, there's already a massive temple called the White Temple built to Anu, aka Anu Hostage.
Right. Man, this is killing me, man.
And you know what? You know what had it.
And then I mean, I'm trying to do a whole bunch of different things and keep up at the same time. I can't do it. And then on top of that, brother Whirlwind came in the room, man. He said, "Oh damn, you let Cal on?" Because I'm sure, hey Cal, I'm going to ban Daryl, man. Because every time I come on, he blow up. He give me a heart attack. I told you.
You talk about the 50-year cycles. Those are called
okay, Yusef. You talking about when Yusef got here?
Yeah, he says they're called come on, they're in the Hebrew chronology. They're called Jubilees.
Yeah, shoot. Doggone.
They're called Jubilees. But actually, the cycle is 33. Uh-oh. This is why they say this is the master number. This is why they say it's the key, right? This is why they say this is the key to understanding. This is why they mystify 33. This is why they spookify 33.
Yeah. See, now you're talking about the Masons, right?
Yeah. Now, see, this is from my understanding. From my understanding, the Masons were some of the first people to, after OAHSPE was written and being published, they were some of the first people to begin to apply 33, right? Mathematically. Now, they don't use it in the same way we do, but I could also, my thing is, how else though do you run the world without nobody knowing it? And then you're telling people that you are in these spots and these Masons are in these spots and they even founded America. Georgia, 56 of the 59 signers of the Declaration of Independence were master Masons. You dig what I'm saying? So every damn near over almost half the presidents have been Masons. You dig what I'm saying? And I think, how else do you run the world without nobody knowing it, unless you can already tell what's going to happen and you plan accordingly?
Now, see, you're killing me, man. Because, see, you answered the question. Now, I know that, I mean, it's really coming out that the corruption of the scriptures. So one thing that crossed my mind is, well, wait a minute. Now, what about prophecy? You know? What about, hey, Bronze Yogi, brother?
Yo.
You know what I mean? I mean, I that's what I'm trying to flesh out right now. I find that coming into my mind. Now, how did they work that? You know? I mean, they talk about Babylon was going to come out of Britain, you know? And there are other things that I can't bring to my mind right now that it goes along with how could they prophesy, you know, well, how, you know,
How
yes, the inspiration must come from the false gods, is all I can say. Is how they can like prophesy things that seem to come to pass. You know what I mean?
now let's get this understood.
All right.
Jesus said, right? Jesus said, the things I do.
Did you say Jesus?
That's Jesus. Jesus said, the things I do, you can do an even greater.
Now, let me, you know what? Let me stop you for a second there. Now, Asenath, she says something that I just love it, man. I think it just knocks me out. It keeps knocking me out. She said that we get 3 pictures in Jesus. We get deception, we get wisdom, and we get power. What do you think about that statement?
I think you get as many versions of Jesus as it takes for you to go into a state of belief and mind and soul numbery.
Would you say either way? If you're meant to go
I'm telling you, either way, however you get in Jesus. However you get in Jesus, don't matter. It was put there specifically to put you under the God spell and to not necessarily dupe your ancient ancestor.
Yes.
To dupe you. Right? Because it's just because Bible says both things most times. I can find a yay and a nay on it. Does Bible say you reincarnate? Yes. Does Bible say you reincarnate? No. And both things are true. I can find, you dig when I'm talking about statements on thou shalt not kill, and then turn around and kill the Hivites, Jebusites, and Ammonites. You see what I'm saying? So it would, people don't understand Bible is a purposely told lie, just built off of old historic narratives and caricatures. Many of these stories are rehashed, right, and brought up and over and over and over and over and over again, and reworked and remember, because the God who come with the Bible is a false God. This is the old Louis. Not that there wasn't knowledge and it didn't reveal things. It was supposed to. It was supposed to be just above your knowledge. So you would have to use belief. It was ingenious, because in that belief, first of all, Satan, the self, right, told Lucifer, the light bearer, right, that he could trick man into believing he was God. That he did, first of all, didn't exist. Then that same low vibratory rate in Lucifer, right, told him that he could make people think God was the creator and they would praise him instead. Right? I just got to make y'all think the thing that makes stars is God. Then you're going to be, oh God and oh Lord, and I got you. Because doesn't it say my people die from a lack of knowledge, for they know not what they do? Well, if you don't know what you're doing and you praising, you don't know who you praise.
Yeah, the Bible, I mean, it's coming out like it's like a dam break now. How plagiarized the scriptures are.
Come on, we know who. Literally, we know who Jeremiah 8:8 scribes are.
Wait a minute, what do you say? Jeremiah 8:8?
Yep, Jeremiah 8:8. He say,
Jeremiah
how
8.
can we say that we are wise?
Oh,
And the truth doth veil with us. You dig what I'm saying? But the pen of the lion scribe doth avail much.
yeah. The
We
scribe.
know who the lion scribes are.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth,
It's
man.
a
I mean,
different, it's a different time.
huh?
It's a whole different, we're in a different
Yeah,
time.
yeah. This time is an explosion to me. I mean, I have to. I love to tell the story about how I was coming into the OAHSPE. I mean, I just came in January,
Yeah.
and I don't really remember how it happened. But I looked at y'all's video. I mean, I used to think the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites, no one
That was
was
it.
ever going to touch them. That's what I used to think. For 10 years, man, I've seen them destroy people.
Yeah.
I used to be out there on the street, and I did it too. And that's part of the thing that sell you. That's part of the thing.
Yep, 8 and 8. There you go.
Once they see a Negro standing up to an educated white man and putting him to shame, that's the biggest selling point right there. And so I said, man, can't nobody ever touch these brothers at all. And I don't know how I came across. Something happened. Let me see. I can't even remember. But I looked at that video. I was already just breaking into the OAHSPE, and I seen that debate. And
which one?
It was the one where the brother said, you see who? Oh, Malachi asked the dude, "Hey, would you kill your child if God told you?" And I'm telling you, man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know even right now that I'll ever be able to get over that.
No.
That people will actually do that.
They don't. They don't think. They don't even think. They don't like. It's not like, oh, hey brother, Yakab, would you kill your children? You'd be like, is it Tuesday? You don't even think about it. Yakab, they were just like, would you kill your children? Yes. Like they were like rabid to kill them.
I have a burden on my heart for IUIC.
Yeah.
Because I mean, them brothers is almost like their own nation, Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I know if I ask Nate, hey man, if God said so, would you kill your children?
They're gone, bro. They're gone, bro.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Imagine one day he went over there. He didn't got a little buzz. He went down to Taco Bell and got him a burrito, right? And now his stomach doing flips on him, and he have a dream, and a spirit come to him in his dream, and we know that this is possible. Now that we know that dreams, for instance, this is another thing they show. Dreams aren't your own.
Yeah, what about
somebody else plays your dream for you? Dreams are lessons, and this is how.
Can I stop you for a second? Because you hitting on something now, and I probably shouldn't be bringing this out in a forum like this. But if I don't now, I know I'm going to forget it.
Mm-hmm.
And some other brethren, they also may want to know the answer to this too.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to me, and I can't stop it. Sometimes it happens. Well, what about when you have impure dreams?
Well, the thing about that, they are played for you. Okay, how do I explain now? Okay, have you ever seen the curved screen TVs?
I don't think so.
Okay. How would I explain this to you then? I know something you've seen. Have you seen they're called the discs. The the discs, like you point them in the air, get your cable, your the what do you call those? You get cable from
Now ASNS says it's marine spirits. What's
I
that?
mean, I don't know. I mean, spirits of Marines. Yes, there are spirits of Marines.
Well, she said, I think she was talking about, like I was saying, I was asking you, why would you have an impure dream?
No, no, no. Well, okay. You got to understand first, the dream isn't yours. The dreams are being played by your ashars at night, every night. Your body and your spirit separates, right, from each other.
Yeah.
Your spirit literally, for the most part, stays in the room, stays right next in the room, but it is through the ether in the night, the negative ionic charge of everything that charges spirit. Remember, spirit is atmospheric. It's still physical.
Right. Yeah, I hear that.
Right?
That. Yeah.
So the soul is etheric. That's something different. That's you.
Yeah.
Right? The spirit is just the ruach, the breath. It's the thing you can feel but not see. It's power. Right? It's the power. And they mix the power up with creator and call it God. Right? It's well, okay, let's get back to the point. Why would you have these dark dreams? The dreams are being played by, first of all, understand this, are for the most part, being played by angels who love you. Now, understand this. If you are under the God spell, if you praise the God, the Lord, the whoop, the wop, the whoop, the yeet, the whoop, you have an ashar from them. You praise Yahweh, El, the Lord God, Jehovah. You dig what I'm talking about? If you praise them, if you praised Allah, Buddha, Brahma, you are inspired by their guardian angels. But there come times where
there come what?
There comes times and seasons, right, where the etheric light starts to catch up, and some of the people who are spiritually more advanced, the angel of the creator is allowed to move the ashar away of the bad angel, right? So that whole devil on this shoulder, angel on this shoulder, is actually real. That it's just inspiration of the creator or inspiration of your surroundings. Right? This is why they call it shaitan. Shaitan means self, me.
Right.
You dig what I'm talking about? So every time I'm selfish or I'm towards me, it's me. Right? Me, I. I am in a sense, not in a sense, but actually satanic. I'm selfish. You see what I'm saying? So if we looking for Satan, or if we looking for God, we never have to look outside of ourselves. It's only when you want to understand what creates God, what creates you. right? Moon, stars, quasars, right? Till you must look at the creation to try to explain the creator. That's when you must look at it, right? But
Yeah.
but to understand God isn't a thing that should be praised. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and understand you God.
You know what? That is what's a good word for bottom line, man? That's the struggle, at least for me, is defining who is God. I know that it has to do with my perception.
No, God is a job. That's it.
Is what'd you say? It was a what?
God is a job. God is like a
Oh,
Walmart manager.
yeah. That's right.
Yeah, God is like, he's just like God is like a regional manager for Walmart.
Right. Well, what I meant to say is
deciphering God from creator.
Well, or deciphering the creator, which I can't never do. But I think that but that's what keep me going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the food is good.
You a pit bull.
You don't eat all of it, but you keep going. Hey, bro, that's all I want to do. I just want to keep going. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
That's
how wonderful is it to know that you will forever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. I you know what? I'm gonna say something funny, man. Is when I got a hold of OAHSPE, the reading is so good that it caused it caused a brief depression to come over me because I thought no, here check out why I'm gonna say this, because I thought I was gonna wear the creator out. What could be able to give me no more. I thought I was gonna wear it out, and he wouldn't be able to keep up with all of this word.
Page 1, your brains are leaking out on the couch.
I know, man. That's what I mean. I really was thinking that, like, oh man, he can't. I'm gonna get through this book, and he ain't.
This ain't gonna be.
He gonna come and say, Yaiquab, man, you win, man. You wore me out. You know everything, man. I can't tell you no more, man. I actually was thinking stuff like that, but
do you remember that part of OAHSPE? Speaking back right to what you're talking about, right there.
Yeah.
Jehovah says, I am my own rest.
Mm-hmm.
What does he say? Watch this. Hold on. Let me pull this up in the O real quick. Let me get some of this O.
Just tell me, and I'll do it.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let me look at it real quick.
All right.
Let me figure out what I'm doing.
If you want me to pull something up, just let me know, okay?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right. Hey, I haven't been able to keep up with the chat, y'all. I mean, y'all can obviously see why. But I'm glad that man, it's you see why it's a blessing when we get together like this and we get to talk to one another.
Yeah, bro.
This is just a dream come true for me.
You know what? It's not about the differences. This is what people got to understand. It's not about the differences. It's about the common things that are alike.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's not about pointing out, what your cob did, or this, that, did that. It's not about that. Mm-hmm. It's about the good that your cob has always done, right? Highlighting that and putting that in common with the good works that you doing.
Who is you mean Yaiquab, or who is
Yaiquab? My bad, bro. My bad, bro. My bad. What I was saying, Yaiquab.
Yeah, Yaikwab. Yeah, it don't matter. I
Yaikwab.
don't care. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
man. Say it one more time for me, bro. Just so I got it.
Yaikwab, man.
Yaikwab.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you, bro. I'll never forget that. You the only Yaikwab I know, bro.
Oh, okay.
Ain't no more of you.
Yeah, man. It's but I got this software for exactly this reason right here. So, brother, we can get together and we can talk to one another because we need it, man. You know, I mean, I was just relating a story before you came on about I was talking to these Christians, man, and everybody knows what I'm getting ready to say. It's just a miracle. I was saying, do you know the difference between the Creator? Just a little example of what I was talking about. Let me give you a breather, Cal. I was talking to him. I said, one of the things they said, why do you feel you need to be talking to us about the OAHSPE? I said, well, do you know the difference between Creator and God? And they said, yeah. I said, what is it? God is Creator. I said, okay, well, who created the Creator? And they said, God. I would say, well, how is it that the gods, if you notice, you know, I went down, you can see where I'm going. I just went down the road of how can a God be a creator when a God is limited in knowledge and
is a part of the creation himself.
Yeah, you know where I was going, you know.
Yeah.
And that's how the whole conversation went. I would say the creator, and then they would say, yeah, God.
No.
I was yeah, that's what it went like that for a whole couple hours. I was like, no, the creator. And they would say, yeah, God. I would say, no, not God, creator. And then they would say, yeah, God, you know, and it was like I was looking at some human beings that weren't even real. And that's the spiritual side of, you know, it's like that's the spiritual. I mean, I'm not telling you nothing you don't already know. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the ignorant. I'm talking about how all the logic in the world, it can't help. I don't see, you know.
Hey, I think this is
let me say this for 1 minute. Give me 5 more seconds, right?
Go ahead, bro.
So I said, look, man, you got a laptop right there. I said, type this in. OAHSPE, right? Do you know the laptop wouldn't let him do it?
What?
It wouldn't let him bring it up, man. It would not bring up the PDF so I could show him what I was talking about. And then they turned around and said, see there? That's how we know you lying.
Hey, just to pull that up, just to get pull a little verse on what we were talking about. Pull up the book of Ornothan.
Okay.
I think it's book 31.
All right.
Chapter 1 start at 19.
Okay.
And might as well go down to 21.
Oh, yeah, hold on a second. Ornothan. All right. Ornothan. Okay. Now, what chapter you want?
It's 1, and you can start at 19.
1 and start at 19. All right. Let's see.
Yeah, 31.
Okay, here we go. Let me make the screen bigger.
119.
Okay, now you want 19. Okay, it says third. It says you want to go up higher?
No, you can go to 19. You can start right there.
It says third, that Jehovah has not finished his creations and retired from his works. That where you have said he tired or he rested from his works, you have let yourselves fall through errors of language into profanation of the Almighty.
So remember in the beginning of the Bible where they talking about he rested?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He rested for 6 days. He tired. He ceased.
he got tired. Yeah.
It said, you have let yourself fall into the profanation of the Almighty. Now read verse 20. This blew my mind when I read this.
All right. It says,
This is the guy I want. This is the guy I've been looking for. They've been telling me his name was God, but he was actually the God. God is a middleman. He put the tax on it.
It says, for he is also master over. Wow, man.
Weariness.
You're killing me, man. It says, for he is also master over all man, all weariness. And hold on, bro. I got to shut the curtain. I can't read this.
Is his own.
Give me 1 second, bro. Let me. I can't see the screen. I got.
Go ahead, blow it up a little bit, bro.
All right. Yeah, I like this. This is tight, man. This is tight. Verse 20. For he is also master over all. Oh man, weariness.
All weariness.
All weariness, man. And is his own everlasting
rest and unrest. He don't never get tired.
Never.
Think about this. To be the creator.
It should make sense too.
It makes sense to think about it. To be the creator of all things, you must always, unceasingly create. But remember, you must be everything. So if you are the creator, guess what you are also? The destroyer. So at the same time, you are creating anything, you are destroying something else at all times. It can't stop. That alone proves you're not the creator. Even if you stopped for a millisecond, that would disprove you are the master of all weariness. That would disprove you having your own everlasting rest and rest. He said he don't never get tired.
See, the creator, he should even be seen, I mean, in nature, man. Because the seasons, they come and they go, you know. And it's basically almost like, you know, dissolution and creation, the cycle of things. And it makes sense to you and me. But I'm telling you, man, we live in a reality that's crazy.
Crazy.
It's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, you know? I mean, it's and then
I mean, you can't even
the creator is just, dude, he's something different. Listen, he's the funniest, he is the saddest, the craziest, he's the most ingenious. You dig what I'm talking about? He's the most maddening, he's the most loving, as OAHSPE say, the most adorable. Right? But I think this is what we always fail to get, and it's in the end of verse 20. He say, for he is also master over all weariness and is his own everlasting rest and rest. But here's the kicker. Beyond.
Yeah.
Beyond, way over there.
I like
comprehension of mortals and angels.
Yeah. That's, you know, that's how he keep us coming, man, because with the things that he's showing us, that's how he keep us, you know, we on that everlasting path of resurrection.
That's right.
So I love the way you're bringing this out right here, because it lets you know, no, Yaquab, you're not going to wear him out. You're not going to wear me out, man. You know, you only really just get started.
You gonna get whoa out trying to get over.
Yeah.
You gonna try to whoa out, try to go against Jaja, man. That's a losing battle now.
Yeah. I tell you, when I got a hold, when I first seen, I started. Matter of fact, it was Brother Maine. Now I remember. I don't know if you know Brother Maine on YouTube.
I've heard about him.
He reads like from all kinds of spiritual books. I don't know if he's if he's showing.
Israelite or whatever.
I don't know if he's like faithful to the OAHSPE only. I don't think that he is, because he wouldn't be to use his energy to draw from all kinds of. He doesn't seem to lift up, OAHSPE or Creator. He kind of like comes from 1,000 different directions. But anyway, he came a particular day that I saw him. He came out with the OAHSPE, and then I seen that, when I got a hold of it. After I started reading it about 2 or 3 days, I started thinking, man, how is he going to keep me going? Because I'm going to wear him out in about 3 weeks. I'm going to learn everything, But
yeah,
right here, he's beyond the comprehension of mortals and angels. That means you can't wear him out.
You can't wear him out.
He's able to keep you going, man. Creator with his word, the wonders of his word. And
think about this. Think about this, Yakwa. Think about this. There are angels, right?
Yes.
100 million years older than the sun.
Wow. Yep. I think I recall seeing something like that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, there are angels so old and so powerful, you would think they were the power. Right? This is how fast and far above and immutable they are from man.
Mm-hmm. Imagine
how
that.
Good is it to know? How great must the Creator be that God, a one-time living, breathing man who is on a level unimaginable, is no more closer than the Creator than you are right now.
Yeah, I love your passion, man.
Right now. Somebody got to get it that my people, even the Bible say my people is a stiff-necked people. Y'all know but you're also a spiritual people. You dig what I'm saying? You also a spiritual people. So when somebody lying to you and they know it don't sit well. It doesn't sit well with you. Naturally, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's where those lie detectors come in, because they tapped into that.
Yeah,
and somehow it affects your vibration.
Just think about this, man. There are angels 100 million years older than the sun.
You can't get your mind around that.
Listen, he is no closer to the Creator than you are.
Listen to that. Talk.
You can literally, this is the beauty of OAHSPE. It allows your mind to think and your soul to grow. Huh?
Hey, bro, let me ask you a question real quick. What is I don't know, this is gonna sound childish, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Are there people with disabilities in the spiritual atmosphere?
Not disabilities as in of the spirit, but they have taken upon different shapes because of their deeds. So if you do ugly things in the spirit, you tend to look ugly. This is where your understanding of demon and wolfman and all that stuff come from, and you know what I mean? Because in the spirit, these things express themselves that.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna stop you right there, brother. You done hit a wire, brother. You hit a wire, brother. You hit a wire in me, because I love that part in the OAHSPE where it talk about it says you remember, you know where it's at. Yeah, how your thoughts are a beautiful woman. You remember that?
Say it again.
Or your thoughts are a beautiful woman, or woman to man. You know what I mean? Remember? You remember that? Where is
Well,
it? That's in the OAHSPE.
yeah,
You know,
well,
it goes along with what you were saying
yeah.
about.
I think it's off the top of my head. I'm remembering. I think that is the
Can
Book of
you
Apollo.
hey
That's
Cal,
the
can
Book of Apollo, and
yeah.
and
Yeah.
and what they were explaining is that
Hey Cal,
the
let me stop you.
thoughts. Go ahead,
Let me
bro.
stop you. Can you address this brother?
What happened?
I think you should address this brother. Hi Anna Tullison. How you doing, sis? Never seen you before. Welcome to the room.
Oh, that's the sister. That's the sister. I didn't know
Oh,
she was in the room neither. That's what's up. Thank you for
okay.
coming through,
I've
sister.
never seen her before. But here, the brother, I put it on the screen. I think maybe you can address the brother. I don't know where. I don't know what. Let me see.
Eons, he said, but I'm stuck in darkness. His design, well, his design, yes, he must design everything. How else would you know that there was light if there was no dark?
Mm.
Now, if you are in darkness, you put yourself there. Darkness is a state of spirit,
That's right.
right? You control that, right?
Mm.
And then let's understand this. Darkness doesn't mean evil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point.
Dark doesn't mean evil. Guess what?
Yeah.
Everything grows in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
From plants to animals to whatever. Everything grows in the dark. So if you are in the dark, remember it's just like the womb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are
See,
growing.
you're referring to something too, man. In the OAHSPE, it's on the tip of my tongue, man. Just what you just because the world, the world's definition. But I read where the creator he assigns a different definition to darkness. I read that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
And he
right
also
on.
says, he also goes to go to what you say, and he says, as the righteous man sees heaven, so it
Yes.
is.
Ah,
So it is.
beautiful, man. Oh man. Yeah, man, oh man. I mean, the Jedi mind trick that we have been under, man.
What? World, we've been taking a whooping. But look, the crazy part is the God was brash enough to tell you he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
I put you in slavery because of this. What you gonna do about it?
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
And while you're over there, Yaquab, while you're over there, you better be a good slave and listen to Master and be just as scared of him as you would be the Lord. Ain't that what the book say?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
brother, you know what? Let me ask you this. Like the Earth is. Sometimes I say this on video. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Earth is the worst that it is for faithists. Am I right?
Right now,
When we're born, it's upward, onward, and outward from here, right?
pretty much. Yeah. There's no turning back after
Yeah,
Cosmon.
that's what I'm saying.
After
Right.
after Cosmon, there's no turning back. Even
Right.
if the society falls after now, the understanding and the information and the science won't.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who will come up out of the ashes of that old society, which I see the very first fall, is going to be religion. Religion is going to, and you were hinting at something, and I don't think, and I may have cut you off, but you were hinting at something, and it just reminded me. You were talking about how did the prophets know?
Oh, yes. Yes.
right, about the certain prophecy. Well,
Right.
this is the dope part about OAHSPE. OAHSPE, for instance, the Bible tells you it's a total book of prophecy, all about it, right?
So let me ask. So, like, okay, the
But
Bible, the
let me
prophecies.
get it out real quick. Let me get it out because I'm gonna lose this.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
OAHSPE tells you, the Bible tells you it's a book all about prophecy, but it doesn't turn around and teach you how to prophesy. So the understanding that comes from OAHSPE is that, firstly, prophecy isn't a thing that's willy-nilly from the sky. It's absolute rules and mathematics and cosmogony that runs prophecy. So any man can do it. That's one. But what OAHSPE reveals is also that prophecy is personal, right? So this is why it's Jesus telling God's story to John, who's now revelating it to you, because it's only the God's prophecy that you get in the end. He can't see nobody else but his own.
Right.
His prophecy is his own, because we know that the regardless to what they're talking about, and they are high-raised beings, right? Even if you are negative, he is smart. He was a true Lord. It's not no dummy. You dig what I'm talking about? Christ, Buddha, Brahma, any of them, Allah, none of they're masters at what they do, even negatively, right? So with that understanding, you dig what I'm saying? It is them, the four-headed beast, who's gonna rise up out of the end of the days, right? That is religion itself. It is the God giving prophecy on himself. Right? Didn't he say he was gonna come out the sky on a horse? Who forced him to say that? You didn't see F-16s in your future? You didn't think to tell us about spaceships and crafts, but you're gonna come back on a horse with a sword. We got Moab bombs. We drop tungsten and uranium rods from upper stellar space and wipe out cities.
Hey, now back up a second. Let's go back for a second, because I want to understand something. Now, the point you're making is that when you said they prophesy about themselves, what do you mean?
About a fall and a new earth and a new heaven, and the gods is all the false gods is in a lake of fire, and you dig what I'm talking about, and he didn't kept everybody in this little bird box that fell up out of the heaven that is 2.25 million miles square. That's not even as big as the Midwest, right? So this little bird box is going to fall in heaven, and 144,000 people are going to be in it.
Right?
But he never explains, after all these people, Yaquab, that he billions of people that he's going to have to erase off the planet, right, to start this new heaven. Why does he save whoremongers? Do you know what a whoremonger is?
Unfaithful?
No, a whoremonger is a male prostitute.
Oh, yeah, shoot. Well, listen, I would have said, well, I didn't know that.
Go ahead. Yeah, so why, outside of heaven, you killed everybody else? You didn't kill me. You didn't kill Yaquab. You didn't kill everybody we love, and you kept 144,000 of the best people on the earth, who I believe I'm probably not one of. Right? So you didn't kill everybody else on the planet, but you kept gay male prostitutes alive, along with murderers, sorcerers, dogs, and killers.
But
Just not
outside,
loitering around outside of your heaven, right?
Let me bring that up. Yeah.
So that is Revelations 22, 14, 15.
Okay.
And so my question is, why are you saving them, but you didn't kill over 1 billion children?
Oh man, that's tight, man.
So what are you doing with these male prostitutes? What?
Oh,
Even better question, how do you know that they
yeah,
are male prostitutes?
that's really in the earth now. That is
14.
really in the earth now. Hold on a second. Let me get a better link. Let me get a better link. Hold on a second.
That blue letter.
Man, oh man, that's
brother.
That's really in the earth now. Blessed are they that do His commandments. So you get a new understanding. That
right.
But those
now
without, he's describing faithless as those that are without.
No, listen.
Am I right
listen.
or wrong? See it differently? Where do you want me to go?
I wanted you to bring up the blue letter. I wanted you to bring up the blue letter real quick so we can.
Okay, hold on a second. You want the blue letter?
Look at the definition of the word.
Okay. Male prostitute, yeah. Okay, what word you want?
It's Revelations 22, 14, 15 is 15.
Oh, okay. Revelation
whoremonger.
Okay, yep. Hold on a second.
And put the whatchamacallit on for them so they can see it.
Okay, hold on a second. Revelation 22.
22, last book. Now, this is the end. This is the whole end game of the Bible. This is the end game. This is what you did all this praising and sacrificing, and you did all this stuff for.
Okay. Now, you want whoremonger, right?
It's in 15. It's the next one.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. 22:15. All right.
22. No, you want to go to 22, 15.
Verse 22? Or chapter 22.
Chapter 22.
Okay. Chapter 22. All right.
Verse 15. Turn your whatchamacallit on your
I'm not sharing it. I'm not sharing it.
No. You're sharing it. I was saying turn on your interlinear the damn what is the guy who wrote this? Your Strong's dictionary. You're right, but you got it right here.
Yeah, we got brother in the room, man. We got brother in the room.
Whoremonger.
Malachi. Hey, what's up, brother?
Man, love, life, balance out there. Shout out to my baby bro, man. That's my guy.
Yeah.
22 and 15. All right. Go in there and hit the Strongs. Hit the Strongs.
All right. Strong.
Just tap the back button.
All right. Strongs.
All right. And go up to the top and up. Nope. To the top of the page. See where it says Strongs on the top? See that little box? Strongs to your left.
My left.
Strongs. It says Strongs and then red letter.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay. Now go down to 15.
Okay.
Go down to 15. Boom. Right. You see whoremongers? No, you don't got to do that.
Okay.
You don't got to do none of that. Just go straight to the verse. Okay. Right? Look at whoremonger. See the word in 15? Yeah. Right there. Now press G4205.
All right.
Look at the word for whoremonger. It's pornos. Pornos. Don't that make sense? But let's go down here and see what it means. Right? Okay. What is hold on, go back up. What is a G4205? A fornicator. Go back down. Go back down. Go back down.
Oh,
right
there.
there.
Yeah.
A fornicator, a whoremonger. What is it? What is the biblical usage in 22 and 15? A man who prostitutes his body to another for lust for hire. A what? A male prostitute. A man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse. A fornicator. This is how it is used in 15.
Well, most men is safe then, because they ain't got nobody to be desired.
My thing is, why are they there?
Oh.
Why are you there? You killed everybody else on the planet. And you saved the male prostitutes. But the better question is, how do you know that they're male prostitutes? Because the only way we know hoes is hoes in this world is that we trick with them. We see them tricking. So what is God? What is the biblical God doing? No, this is literal. This is the end game. There is only 2 more sentences after this in the Bible. There's only 17. This is 15. This is the end game. Outside of the heaven, he just saved only 144,000 people. Remember, this is the story. I'm just telling you the story. He brought a new heaven and a new earth, dropped the heaven down. It's 2.2 million miles square. There's 144,000 people on the inside, but who's on the outside? And why are they there?
Now,
look, a male prostitute, a debauchee, a fornicator, a whoremonger. A whore is a female prostitute. A whoremonger is a male prostitute. And for context, they are not using it in the form of as a man who indulges in unlawful sexual intercourse. But even though a male prostitutes having especially sex with other males or females is unlawful intercourse, that doesn't mean that a fornicator is necessarily a male prostitute. So this is how we know that the definition 1 and 2 are being used in 22 and 15.
Now, Asenath is saying that this is an analogy, and it's absolutely. Hey, Asenath, I'm gonna drop the link if you want. Why don't you come in the room and explain what you?
I understand that they say that this is analogy, but it don't say it's allegorical, right?
Right.
You know, allegorical. There's nothing allegorical about.
Yeah. That video was that
Revelations. Remember, Revelations is prophecy. Prophecy is not guesswork. Right? There ain't no guesswork in this.
Yeah, that video you did on Origin was knocked out, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was the father.
Right? That whole 144,000 light body shit is bullshit. Sorry to say it. Right? The actual 144,000 are years man has to exist on the planet. we 176 years past halfway.
So let me look at that verse again then, because it does. Is that the one, that chapter where it gives the measurements?
I think that's in 21 or 20. It's in 20.
20?
Yeah, I think Revelations 20. Well, when you do your math on it, you dig what I'm talking about. When you do your math on it, it comes out to 2.25 million square miles. 15,000 by 15,000.
When you breaking down what? When you breaking down the 2 whatever million, what factors do you use?
I use they actually give the dimensions of it in the book. Yeah, I think it's 20. And the wall high had 12 gauge, blah, 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 blah. It gives
those are the stones.
It gives the
and 12
measurements of the city.
12 gauge. The city. Let's see. Building.
And it's a cube.
Yeah. 4 square. Large is the breadth. It says verse 16.
And the length is as large as the breadth. And he has measured the city with the reed, 12,000 furlongs.
I think somebody is backstage. Let me check to. Oh, okay.
The length.
All right, brother. Hey, brother.
And the height of it are equal. This is a box, right? Now, if you go to, if I'm not mistaken, you go down a little bit in 21, or is it at the top? It should be. You go down a little bit, it gives the measurements.
Okay, hold on a second. I was trying to.
And he measured the wall and 140 and 4
verse 16.
There you go. It's right there. 15.
And at the end of 16 too, Cal.
Yep, here it go right here.
The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. The breadth, and he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. So we take 12,000 and we multiply that by the length, the length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. Okay, so you got 12,000, right? Times 4, right? Is that right? 12,000 times 4. Let me see, 12,000 times.
What you trying to do? You trying to get the square mileage of it?
The square. Well, you talked about the new city, right?
Right, the New Jerusalem. It's that the shape. The only shape where that all equals is a cube, a box.
Right.
You know what I mean? But which basically is a 3-dimensional square. You know what I mean? So the length, the width, and the height of it are all the same. It's equal on all sides, no matter how high it is, no matter how wide it is, no matter how long it is. It's the same measurement. Now, if you want to get a better English rendering on it, click on Revelation 21 and 16, the blue verse. You see how you got to highlight it? Go to the numbers of it. Revelation 21 and 16.
Mm-hmm.
Click on the verse, the actual verse numbers where it says REV 21:16. Click on that. It's to the left of the verse. You got to highlight. Yeah, click on that. Now hold on. Go back up. You quick with it. Go to Bibles. You see that orange tab to the top of that? You on interlinear, click on Bibles. There you go. Now scroll down. These are all different Bible translations that'll give you. Different scholars have translated the Bible more into modern English. Find you one that'll tell you exactly in modern terms, because a lot of people don't know what a furlong is.
Right.
You feel me? So go up to find one. NET, NLT, right there. 3 down. 1, 2, 3. NLT. What does it say?
When he measured it, he found it was square, as wide as it was long. In fact, its length and width and height were each 1,400 miles.
There you go.
We take this times what? 3.
So if you want to find out the square mileage of the New Jerusalem, you would take length times width. So 14,000 times 14,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you find out the square mileage. Or if you was doing square, or if there was 1,400 feet, you just take the length times the width. Mm-hmm. So when you take 1,400 and some change times 1,400, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Some sources tell you 1,500 miles. I think that's the one I clicked on. And when I did 1,500 times 1,500, I got like 2.25 million. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
It's one.
So 1,400.
Yeah. 0
times
3.
Right? No, times 1,400. Times 1,400.
1,400. But you got 3 factors here.
Nah, but you just finding the square mileage of it. That's all you finding. You know what I mean? So in other words, when you look at a house, when you get the square footage of a house, the floor space and the roofing is the same. Like that's why if you got more than two stories to your house, say the bottom is 1,700 square feet. Well, the upstairs ain't going to exceed 1,700 square feet.
Right.
You feel me? Is the length, width, and height are the same. So you just finding the square mileage. You ain't finding the volume. If you want to find volume and all that, or the cubic yards, you got to bring the height into it, and then divide that by like 27 or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just finding the square mileage. Now look at that. That's almost 2 million square miles.
Now, ASNF is putting. I posted something on the screen.
Mm-hmm. He's
saying they knew a cube was not coming. They knew Christ was wisdom coming to save you.
Yeah, so, It's a lot of Christ consciousness, and you can get a lot of that out of the metaphysical Bible dictionary. It breaks down a lot of things esoterically and all that.
Right,
you know what I mean? So when people become like that, I never really argue with them because all that's subjective. Like you really you can come up with 100 different breakdowns on each topic. You know what I mean? So
that don't change what was actually written on the paper.
Exactly.
There's no private interpretation to that.
That's what we try to deal with. We try to deal with because this is what our people are stuck in. They're literalists. So even though we can use these things to free them spiritually, they're still bound mentally. You know what I mean? So when we attack. This is battle of the holy books. We want to know what the books say. You know what I mean? That way we can get past it. But if we looking at this, because most people believe the New Jerusalem is a real thing, right? It's heaven coming to earth. Jesus gonna be sitting on the throne. You're gonna be up in that deal with your slaves, the whoremongers, and all that's gonna be surrounding it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The people. So this is a literal place people are hoping to go. To my sister Asenath when they die and cross over. You feel me? So since it's a literal place that people are thinking, even though we can call it spiritual, this literal place got dimensions. Its height and length and width all the same. So if it's saying that if it gives us the measurements of it, then guess what? It's a physical place with a physical square mileage to it, which happens to be no bigger than what Cal just was saying, the Midwest. You know what I mean? So that right there powerful. I'm gonna mute up though, Cal. Excellent build, y'all. Excellent.
No, we just chopping it up, man. Chime in anytime you want to, bro.
Hey, appreciate you coming in, bro.
Man, it's all good. Cal, whenever you get a chance, when you was talking about the fall of religion, let finish doing your spiel and let me know when I can tap in with you.
Let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get it cracking.
Hey, so look, I've been reading, bro. I've been in that book of knowledge hard body lately, right? And as you talking with Yaiquab a little earlier, I'm reading this. Hey man, this stuff is wild, man. Hey, if you can, bro, Yaiquab, you pull that book of knowledge up on the screen out there at OAHSPE. You feel me? And this goes right with what Cosmo and Cal was just saying about the fall of this system and how religion gonna fall. You dig? But the knowledge and the science and the willpower and the know-how, that don't change. That don't change.
And somebody that's gonna keep that. And it's somebody who's always kept that. They've always been called faithists.
Okay, now what chapter?
Man, we going to chapter 7.
Chapter 7. Okay.
Yeah. And
watch heavy.
Man, this dude headshot. This is ridiculous, man. Bro, I was reading
this thing crazy.
I had to sit it down and walk away for a minute. Like, man, I can't believe what this.
Like, man, I gotta smoke some on this, man.
This is. Am I reading?
Right? Where am I?
Now tell me the bullet point again.
Okay, we're gonna start at chapter 7. We're gonna start at verse 10. And we're gonna read down to 19.
Okay.
Now remember, Cal was talking earlier about how that beast, that religion gonna fall.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Now, Cal, I'm gonna read, bro. Whenever you want to jump in and edify, just pause me on up and break it down. All right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and cook, and just stop me when you feel inspired to break something down. Cause you watch this, cause I'm about to bring it on out. Look at this. So what it says, can you remove our sister's comment off the screen? It's covering up. It's covering up. Salute to our sister Asenath Moon.
Yeah.
Love, light, and balance to your sister. It's all good.
See, hold on a second. Let me figure out how to get it off.
Just click on one comment and then click on it again. It'll take both of them off.
Yeah.
So click on any comment and click on another. There you go. Okay. Now look at this right here, y'all. This is the book of knowledge out of OAHSPE. Chapter 7, verse 10. It say, but the beast with his countless millions was cast out from the earth like a long black cloud, splitting, broken, floating. It passed away and was seen no more. Nor was there any longer a God known upon the earth.
Ooh.
But Creator rose supreme in every land.
Ooh.
And all people under the sun sang anthems of glory to his name. Ooh, wait.
Yeah. And the battle of the beast is something in and of itself.
Yeah.
We see it playing out today. We see it playing out today. Christianity fights Islam. You dig what I'm talking about? Christianity kills and beheads Islam, but as Islam is falling, it mortally wounds Christianity. It goes and tries to and deals with Buddha and Brahmanism and wipes them out, but then comes against Confucius.
Look at this right here, verse 11. The voice of your. You say what?
They come against China.
Say what is it?
No, they wipe China out. Christianity says in the book of knowledge, it says Christianity ends up wiping it out. But he goes up against Confucius.
Who is that? China?
No.
Japheth?
I would say, to my understanding, they would be who you would call modernly Japan and Russia.
Oh.
Russia is Confucianism. Confucianism today is like Orthodox Christianity almost, but like the Eastern style, like Russia. That would be your modern Confucianism, right? Your Buddhism, your Shinto, all that stuff is China. That's something different, right? That's all. But it's about who is Confucius in the end of the day, because he gonna behead.
Hey Cal, I see, like we were talking earlier. See, this is what I mean right here. This prophecy. We see it playing out right now. So they must have plagiarized this somehow from the school.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, look at this. Look at that verse. Look at this verse 11. Look at this. It's the voice of Jehovah came upon S, saying to Tay. Now Tay represents mankind, basically, as a collective. All right. Look at this. It says, "You shall comprehend, O Tay, these things of the past." Remember, Cal was talking earlier about learning to prophesy, reading OAHSPE. You know what I mean?
Let me see for a second. Give me 10 seconds. Hey, Cal, so do you agree with what I said earlier? Do you think that you can explain Bible prophecy by they plagiarized it from the school of the prophets?
Well, just to be short, biblical prophecy doesn't extend past 1954. All biblical prophecy is over. There's no more biblical prophecy. It's done.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
You shall comprehend, O Tay, these things of the past. The beast, we talking about religion again, right? and governments. The beast walked forth on the earth in every guise and in the second sphere of atmosphere, second S grade. He became, look at this, the beast became a living person. Look at this, born out of the sins of men. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
What it mean? It walked the earth under every guise and in right above your head.
But hold on,
in the atmosphere.
Crazy part is they in the second atmospheric grade.
I know, bro. It gets deeper. I was reading this. I couldn't believe what I was reading. Look at this. The beast became a living person.
Wait a minute. Wait, right there.
Yeah.
Now remember, in ancient Egypt, when they said, if we really told you really what was going on in Egypt, right, about the sins of men in Egypt at that time, it would include donkeys and dogs and beasts of the field. Are the sins of men being committed genetically? Is this how the sins of men becomes a living person
in the atmosphere as a beast, which represents
got a spirit?
Man, look at this. Yeah. Look at this. That deal, born, birth from the sins of men. Look at this, verse 13. For one man worshiped science, and it was his beast. Another worshiped riches, and it was his beast. Scroll up some, Yaiquab. Another fashion, another lust, and another worshiped nothing. Look at this. And each of these things that was worshipped became that person's beast. Boy, look at this. Boy, this really make you do a self-check, boy. You do some spirit inventory after reading this. Look at this. Look at this. Now, all these, because we be talking about what happens when you cross over, and for the most part, y'all, it's limited when you read Bible, Quran, the Egyptian Medu, any of that. It's real limited. It's vague. Look what OAHSPE says. It says, and another worship nothing, and each of these things that was worshipped became that person's beast. Now, all these and others like them continue to do the same things after death. Look at that. Look at that. Now, look at this. For that which they had built up on earth.
Oh, man.
For that which they had built up on earth became as a living entity within them. And they could not put it away. This was the first resurrection, being the birth of unclean man into the spirit world. Talk to me, Cal.
Sheesh. Jaja's a nutball, bro. Listen, it makes so much sense.
Dang.
It's so simple. Listen, ain't no way you went through your whole life a rootin', tootin', shoot 'em up, bang, bang, gangster. You done killed 7,511 niggas. And now you just get to heaven and you just are no longer a killer.
Yeah, that's Lil Willie. Lil Willie gave his life to Jeebus at 3. Was Christian. Got saved at the tender age of 3 years old. Lil Willie. Man, look at it. Hey, bro, Daryl Cosmo said he backstage too. Yaiquab.
Okay, hold on a second.
So we just learned that the first resurrection, this was the first resurrection being the birth of unclean man. into the spirit world. What you was doing while you was pulling air through them nostrils is what you gonna be doing.
Hey, Daryl, where you at, Daryl?
Daryl, you just sent him a message, said you was in the back. But what you was doing on this earth, as in your worship and your devotion, oh yeah, you continue that. Watch this. Watch this. Your mom and them ain't lying when they tell you they going to see Jeebus and going up a yonder. They ain't lying.
Sorry. Hold on a second. Hold on. I didn't see you, brother. Sorry. Hey, bro.
Hey, love and light to my brothers. How y'all doing?
Daryl Kai's mind in the building, man. Can you move the sister's comment off the screen, brother?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's the understanding. That's the misunderstanding too. The whole mark of the beast thing. We'll explain that another time.
But look at this right here, verse 14. Look at this. In the second sphere of atmosphere, which is the second resurrection, second S grade, the condition was like the first sphere, being of a beastly nature, but what organic or organized. So even the beast and its kingdoms are organized. When it gets up to the second grade, it graduates from the first to the second. It becomes more organized in its wickedness. Look at this. Verse 15. For one people worship Brahma, making a beast of him. Another worship Buddha, another Christ, and another Jesus. Forever parading his crucifixion. And they all made a beast of their idols. And the beast that each one built up within his soul, listen to this, became an entity to him on his entrance into spirit life.
Wow.
What's an entity, my brothers? Anybody know?
Yeah, that's a spirit.
That's a spirit. That's a being, brother.
Yeah. So you're gonna be under the worship of another man in spirit, believing, because you were bound to what you were bound to on earth, you continue being bound to it in heaven till you can rise above it. Actually, the crazy part is till your beast rises you up. Your beast must accept its falsity. So that's the crazy part. You might end up in a hell knot. Playing around.
Let me play devil's advocate. What's wrong with being a Christian?
Ain't nothing wrong with being a Christian if you was living up to its highest ideals. At the top of all religion, if you are living to the highest and highest of its understanding, you are doing the same thing. You are helping other people.
Right. It even tells you in OAHSPE that the work that you do as a if you do good works as a Christian or as a Muslim or whatever it is your school of thought is, those works don't go in vain. Those go right towards your spirit frame.
Right. So in this case here, when it's referring to an entity in the negative sense, then it's saying, what is this? That's my question. It's like, I mean, I know
I got one for you. It's in the book of Judgment, chapter 20. I'm not talking about jumping. I'm just saying we can go there after that. You know what I mean? And it's going to explain
the next two sentences to answer his question.
Yeah, because it's going to explain. Okay, if that's your choice, that's your choice. But realize this: you still gonna be deceived when you cross over.
Oh, yeah.
Because you built yourself up under this false vibration or this beast. Look at this right here.
I know exactly what take them to.
Yep, 20 and like 15 or something like that. Yeah. I think it's up in there. It say forever parading idols and the beast that each one built up within his soul became an entity to him on his entrance into spirit life.
Right.
And he became bound to the machinations of evil spirits, professing to be that beast. Look at that.
Professing to be, what's the beast though? Remember what the beast is. The beast is Christ. The beast is Jesus. The beast is Buddha. The beast is drama. The beast is religion.
Yeah.
The beast is money. The beast is chasing the bag.
It's government. It's materialism.
The beast is government. The beast is everything.
It's all that.
Evil.
It's all that.
See, so this is what answer your question, bro. What's wrong with being a Christian? Hey, look, again, in any spiritual system, you can live to your highest light, you dig? But there still comes a time when you're gonna cross that threshold and understand that I've been getting played with. This nigga I've been worshiping, been pump faking like it's the creator, and it's not.
It's not.
It's just another deity, a god, pump faking. Eventually, you got to spiritually mature, put your big boy boots on, and say, you know what, I'm about it. You know what I mean? That ain't the creator. That's somebody pump faking.
Right.
And to my detriment, I'm gonna be bound to that sucker. You know what I mean? If I don't depart now, I'm gonna be bound now and when I cross over.
There's a part in OAHSPE where they say, on your entrance into the heavens, you will be easily fooled.
Yeah, he about to read it. Daryl gonna read it. Daryl gonna read it when we get done with this. Look at this verse.
Judgment 20.
Look at this. And these evil spirits became like gods. Look at this. In fact, building kingdoms in the lower heavens and making slaves, subjects, and slaves of their worshipers. But realize this. These living beasts or entities are only ruling over you because you devoted your soul and spirit to it while you was on earth. So it became a living entity that you were bound to once you crossed over, bro. That is crazy. Look at this right here, man. Compelling them to contribute part of their earnings and labor and spirit, even as mortal kings exact tribute or taxes on earth. And these rulers had thousands and millions and tens of millions of subjects and slaves. And their cities were as represented to mortals, paved with comparative pearls and diamonds. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
The streets of the New Jerusalem.
Hey,
streets of gold, and rubies, and pearls. Look at this. And so, before Cosmon, the organic heavens situated close to the earth were divided up among the four heads of the beast. And yet beside these, mostly on or near the earth, were many lesser kingdoms of various other false gods and false lords, mostly professing to be the true Christ, Jesus, Buddha, Brahma, or Allah. Verse 16. These things you have witnessed, that the spirits of the first birth, first spirit grade, like the baby's going, oh, he in first grade. He in second grade. Look at this. Discourse on the things of the earth. Like what? Spirits of the first grade talk about marriage, and look at this. Marriage and begetting, not having risen even to the second resurrection or the second grade. Their hope and belief in heaven is to re-enter wombs and be born again. Man, teaching reincarnation. Wow. And ministering to the proclivities of lust and mortals. And inspiring visions of sexual desires and practices in heaven. Wow.
Now, hold on. Don't go no further. Remember the brother Yakab. Remember you asked me, why would you have these negative dreams? Now you seeing why. Because you would be having these negative dreams because your true Ashar has been pushed away from you.
Yeah.
All right. They've ward him away from you. But now you dig what I'm talking about. He didn't came back, made a triumphant, and he didn't. Now you're having proper dreams where you do things, where it teaches you.
I don't know, man. I mean, it don't happen a lot, but it bothers me if it does happen.
Well, look, remember, they're not yours. Look, they are inspired. They are inspiring visions, dreams of sexual desires and practices in heaven. These are dreams. So remember, they're given to you. That the reason why it would bother you is because they're not yours. Especially when they're not teaching you something normally good that it would have.
Right.
So it's not going to sit right with you.
Hey, also, you have a way of identifying what kind of spirits are playing with you or attempting to play on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Based off the action they're trying to get you to do. These are first, you can straight call it out. These are first grade spirits.
If you talk to an angel and he tell you anything about Earth, he is false.
Right. Yeah, I read that.
And if he comes asking for tribute,
Mm-hmm.
if it ain't got nothing to do with uplifting others, you ain't talking to nothing from the second and third resurrection.
Matter of fact, you talking to a demon. If anybody ever asks you for praise, anybody, any God, any Lord, anybody asks you for praise, he is false.
Right.
Amen. Government, all that.
Anybody wanting any amount of praise for anything.
Facts. That's true. Look at this right here, y'all. It says, for all such spirits have not risen up from the earth. And no other abode, but to revel.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Mally. So is you telling me when grandma died in the bedroom, she's still there in the house? Ooh-wee.
Man, y'all got to read Judgment 6. I'm telling y'all, y'all got to read Judgment 6, real short chapter. But go ahead, though.
Hey, look at this word. It says, but to revel and glut themselves in corporeal debauchery.
Ooh.
And many of them boastingly and in darkness teach falsely that spirits in heaven give birth to sons and daughters. And even that these latter reincarnate themselves in mortal flesh, becoming children of the earth. Verse 17. All such spirits. Everybody pay attention, man. OAHSPE is putting you on game because we all headed to that spirit world. Look at that. All such spirits you shall know, meaning you have the knowledge of it while breathing. All such spirits you shall know by their teachings. For whatever seems, look at this, for whatever seems the highest delight of a man on earth or a spirit in a spirit in the spirit world, even that he will exalt in and proclaim. So whatever they come in talking, that's their highest light. Oh, you know how to, man. Now you know how to read spirit. You know how to read people.
Yeah,
what they talking about?
Somebody said they came back and they dreamt that they got the number from somebody. You got it from a demon.
Right.
Now look at this. I'm almost done. 2 more verses. It says, and of those who have bound themselves to the beast of the second resurrection of old. Meaning this is an organized beast. Look at this. You have witnessed this sign. They proclaim the Christ. Like LaCall, said he'll kill his child without blinking, boy.
Right.
That boy tell you Jesus Christ is the God, is the Jehovah of the Old Testament. I say, whoa. Look at this. They proclaim the beast they have made, whether it is an idol of Jesus. Hold on. I ain't finished that. What was that? 18? Those, but yeah, right here.
Jesus.
You have witnessed this sign. They proclaim the beast they have made, whether it is an idol of Jesus, Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, or Brahma, and continually harp on him. That's all they talking about.
Yeah.
Knowing no higher. And he stands as a figure of the beast upon which they hang their hopes of endless bliss. Look at that, boy. Worshiping Allah get you 70 versions and all the goat milk you can drink. Endless bliss. Huh?
This is why you get the negative dream right here, 19.
By their preaching, you have evidence of their place in heaven. You already know.
Mm-hmm.
You already
so
know.
That dream of that lower sexual activity, that's all he know.
Whoever practices in them receives his inspiration. Check this out. From the slaves of the beast, he proclaims. Bag drop, boy.
Yeah, shot.
Nigga, the beast that you proclaiming, you get your inspiration from one of his angel slaves.
Damn.
Boy.
Damn.
Man, I had to walk away from this the other day. I said,
yeah, man.
Just put us on game.
But OAHSPE get on my nerves sometimes.
This is why I gotta give Daryl Cosmon props, because he told me something and I had to check myself about it. He said, Cal, you gotta let him talk. You gotta let them talk, because once you let them talk, they tell you what their place is in heaven, and by what they're teaching, you can tell what they know and who inspires them.
Let them talk, man.
Ooh,
boy,
love it. Just let them run their mouth, man. I love it, man.
Yup.
Hey, I'm a mute up, man. I gotta get myself together after that. I'm listening, brother.
Like I said,
that would,
when I read stuff like this on OAHSPE, it gets on my nerves, man. OAHSPE get on my nerves sometimes. Like I'm studying right now. I'm studying Book of Knowledge. I read Book of Knowledge chapter 2, man, about 3 times yesterday. I'm meditating on that, man. But it's like I say, but it just messes my head up, man. I can't get to chapter 3.
Hey, I've been reading the Book of Knowledge for about a month now, boy. I'm just not getting to the end of it.
Yeah. OAHSPE, before y'all move on, it's just, OAHSPE just one of them books where when you read it, you just can't glaze over it.
Yeah.
Glaze over it. You gotta study it. Like I would read a chapter and then I'll read the chapter again right after I get done with it and see something I didn't even see the first time.
You just read it 5 minutes ago.
Right. I gotta read. I gotta read at least whatever chapter I'm reading. I gotta read at least 3 times before I move on.
Man, the beast you build up within yourself becomes a living entity. And guess what? That's who you in service to as a slave when you cross over. I say, good night, boy.
Huh? You know what I mean? And then it's another part where it's a what you are bound to on earth is what you bound to in heaven, and people gonna show you the false god. You gonna get out there, cry for Jesus, cry for Muhammad, cry for Christ, and all them. They gonna show you the false god. They gonna show you it's a man, and you still gonna be like, "Nah, I'm getting my Jesus. I want my Jesus. It's Jesus for nothing." And you about to get a whole lot of something. But it ain't gonna be what you think it's gonna be. Because you have now bound yourself to the beast.
Hey, let's go to that Book of Judgment though. That his bro was asking about what's wrong with being a Christian. We just showed some of it. But OAHSPE, man, it tell you it's a practical guidebook to the spirit life. So everywhere you read it, it's littered with jewels that you'll need for your spiritual journey. Like you need to know it's gonna be some scandalous spirits pump faking like they your God coming to you to get you to worship when you cross over. You need to know that, don't you? Just like if you was going to a city you never been to and everybody told you, hey, stay off that side of town. If you was going to St. Louis, I tell you, stay out the JVL after 8 o'clock. Right. You know what I mean? Why? Because it ain't right over that way. You need to know that. You know what I mean? So look, if you go to that Book of Judgment, chapter 20, and around 15, like 14, 15, and bro, just start reading down. They give you all game. They give you all game, bro. Like what to repeat to yourself every day. You feel me?
This is why I tell them I got a step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on track and
And
not
that's
your
wig. Yeah, bro. This stuff is amazing. I memorize it. I say it to my short leggers. Hey, look. Yeah, go down to like verse 14 or 15. This is Book of Judgment, chapter 20. Up in there, let me see. Yeah, start at verse 8, man, like 13. This about to be, look, this about to tell it all.
Oh, you want me to read?
Either, one of y'all can read it. I'm gonna mute up.
It says, nevertheless, if you worship a god or a lord, then let such be a role model to you to cast your eyes into your own soul, to purify yourself in the sight of your creator, whom you cannot doubt. In that respect, it is no sin for you to worship any good ideal, whom you shall emulate in your behavior. So he's saying, it's okay, to emulate
righteousness. It's okay to emulate righteousness. You know what I mean?
The works that was done. You dig what I'm talking about? It's not necessarily a sin if you're emulating the works done.
Hey, you know what, Cal? We all heard growing up, if that brother got into Islam and it made him a better person, you dig, then I ain't even mad at him. If he became a Buddhist and it made him a better person. We done heard that ever since we was young, but look, that's what that's saying.
Yep.
Like how refreshing is that to be? I've been heard this since I've been a young. You feel me?
Yeah.
And how refreshing is that to hear that wisdom from being a short legger and then reading it over here in OAHSPE, like, dang, that's basically what they saying right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if what you doing is making you a better person, it ain't no sin to be it, right? Mm-hmm. But look, it's more to the story.
Yep, because of such worship, because you do worship Muhammad, because you do worship Jesus, this you shall also prove, that whoever of these ancients was great, or whatever God was well known, that you set your soul on to love, behold, familiar spirits will come to you to deceive you. They will. Not they might. They could. No, they will come to you to deceive you, professing to be that ancient God or whoever, man, prophet. And listen, they go to kicker, right? Go back up. If you believe them, this is why we are objective faithists, right? We don't need belief. What good is it? Because if you believe them, then this too you shall prove. When you are dead and your soul risen from the dead, behold, some deceiving spirit will come to you to use you, nor shall you discover for a long season. A long season. A season is a time and a half time. Do y'all know how long that is?
I forgot.
Anybody know how long?
600 years.
600 years. That's a season.
Oh,
that's too. Yeah.
In the Ark of Noah, that first 600 years is called Ham, Shem, and Japheth.
6 whole generations, baby.
So that's a season. That's a year like an Earth year.
Huh? No, a
So
season.
that's based on like Earth years, like 600 years, equivalent to Earth.
Yeah. A season is 600 years.
I mean, comparative to Earth year.
Yes.
The way we think of years.
Years.
Amazing.
600 years.
That's unbearable. That's unbearable, man.
Right? Nor shall you discover for a long season. Ain't you glad you didn't woke up? That you have been the dupe. Oh, how many lumps do you want? Oh, Daryl Cosmine. Oh, 3 or 4.
Hey, let me ask a question here. If you're working in righteousness, though, like y'all were saying, the higher ethics of what you believe, and I remember reading where the Creator, he says that basically that's honorable. But what we read about here, people can, I mean, you know, it almost sounds like you can be righteous in character and works and lack knowledge and therefore be duped. Is that what you think?
No. Yeah, it's exactly what it's saying. That's exactly what.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, the good works you do in those religions don't go in vain. But you got to think about this. When you die and your soul cross over, and that Christ character come to you saying, "Hey, I am the Christ," and you follow him, you're gonna be a slave in that Christ heavens. You're gonna be a slave in that Christ heavens. You will be a slave in that Christ heavens.
Yeah.
You don't know. You will.
Why? Because you haven't discovered for a long season that you have been a dupe and a slave of an unscrupulous Jeebus. For this day in the lower heavens, today, 2024, the 176th year of the Cosmine era, or the year 72,176, there are millions of false Brahmas, millions of false Buddhas, millions of false Christs, millions of false Gabriel gods who you know as Allah, millions of fake Jeebuses.
Yep. And
all across the planet.
Yep. And hold on, Cal. You can Google right now people that's posing as Messiah Jesus right now on earth.
Right now.
You can Google it right now. There are people that are living this day proclaiming themselves to be Christ, and people are following them. Yep. So as above, so below is no different in the S world. It's no different. The same thing is happening in the S world.
So let me ask another bold question. What's wrong with being duped?
Well, they say my people die from a lack of knowledge.
But what's wrong with being duped here? What's wrong with being made a slave? What's wrong with being under an unscrupulous master? I'm just trying to be bold and ask a question that.
No. I mean, if this is what you got to understand. If you okay with that, then that's okay for you.
Right.
No, it's not okay with
you.
Me.
You gotta make that decision for yourself. Well, see, to me, I know slavery is evil.
Me too.
Right? To me, I know to worship a man or any false god who is evil.
But
I know to be a dupe doesn't feel good.
But think about
right? Well, that's what I was looking for.
I've worked for unscrupulous men. Right? It don't feel good on payday. And that check don't drop right.
Now,
that answer
question.
That's what I was trying to drive at. Like, what's to be avoided? You know,
but
some people may ask.
The question that he asks, Kyle. Think about the question that he asks.
Yeah,
you have to look at it like this. The same very people that, like the Hebrew Israelites, for example, those same people ask themselves that same question, but they don't care. Them same people ask themselves that same question. What's wrong with being in a dupe? What's wrong with worshiping this God? Now, I put a presentation out there objectively showing in their book how their God is a demon. We also objectively put out there that they will kill their kid if their God told them to, but they don't care. They know that it's evil, but they don't care. It's okay with them. Just like how you answer Yaquab and say, hey, if that's okay with you, that's your choice.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to see if you will say anything that I haven't already thought in my mind. I mean, I don't want to be a dupe. I don't want to be up under, hey, look at the fruit of religion in the world today. People getting blown to hell and back. And I don't want to be up under that. You know, I don't want to be a slave having to suffer all that because I'm up, no, hell no. So
my thing is this. My thing is this. If somebody can war with your God, red flag.
Right.
So red flag.
Right.
If somebody can possibly war with your God, if there can possibly be Islamic, Christianic war, right? There's something wrong with the God.
Yes.
Right?
Undoubtedly.
Nobody, Jaja ain't warring nowhere.
Right.
Right?
Need to, and they can't wrap their head around that. If you the creator of all things, and this is a common sense, like this is a common sense thing, man. If you the creator of all things, and you need me to go smite a nation of people, why do you need me to do such a thing when you can just snap your fingers and
just disappear them?
Right? Why would
you can literally make them disappear?
Right, and then if you the creator of all things, why would you even? Why would you? We say it's a lot about you. Why would you create such a people?
Right.
Why would you create such a people to be doomed to be doomed and subject to your hate?
But look, here go the thing right here. You go to the next two. This the kicker. Whoever binds himself to these names, Jebus, Muhammad, Abram, Yeshua, Buddha, Brahma, Kapilia, Iwata, Po, Chinese, whoever binds his name to any of these niggas while on earth becomes a fit subject for low demonic spirits to fall upon when he enters heaven. Do not think, smart ass ninjas, that great wisdom comes suddenly by dying. You can't get away with it.
Yeah. There it is right there.
In your early entrance into the spirit world, you shall be easily
deceived.
Yeah. So
all that
bullshit them Jehovah's Witnesses do when they walk up to you on the street and they say, do you know that if you die today, you will go to heaven? You will go to heaven if you will go ahead and say this prayer. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Repentance is a thing done, not a thing said.
Religion is a thing done, not a thing said.
Correct.
For which reason you shall school yourself every day of your life that your creator is your only God, and that you shall never see him as you see a man or an angel. But wait a minute. Abram talked to him face to face as if you talk to a man. Bible say Moses talked to him face to face as you see a man. Ezekiel saw him. John seen them. But wait a minute. You can't see creator as you see a man or an angel.
No.
So who is that nigga in the Bible coming to talk to Abram face to face? Who is that guy talking to Muhammad face to face? Because it can't be the creator.
Put this in your back pocket. When you done reading, precept this verse with Book of Ben. Shoot, what chapter was that?
But look, here go the key. How you see the Creator? You see him in his works.
4 verses 3 and 5.
Pull up what?
Precept this verse 20 with Book of Ben, chapter 4, 3 and 5. This is to Kyle's point. You're not gonna see the Creator like you see your fellow man. You're not gonna see that. See him like that.
Gotta go down some more.
Yeah,
Book of Ben,
chapter 4 verses 3 and chapter 5. Book of Ben, chapter 4 verses 3 and verses 5.
It has been said.
Oh, okay.
It has been said the Creator is a person. Can you scoot it over a little bit?
Oh, okay. What verse you had, bro?
3.
Oh, okay.
It has been said the Creator is a person. No one can know this, for his magnitude is incomprehensible.
That's not.
I can say what a man's mortal body is made of. Is the soul made of oxygen or hydrogen? Give me light. That is real. The Creator said, my divisions are not like man's divisions. Behold, I create one thing within another. Neither space, nor place, nor time, nor eternity stands in my way. The soul is S.
Now the next question is, to Calvin's point, how do you see something whose magnitude is incomprehensible sitting on a throne wearing a cape?
Headshot.
He say my divisions are not like man's divisions. So when Isaiah said, I see a man with a head or a man with a torso, whose torso and whose head is that? Because
it ain't got one. He say, but look, he say, behold, I create one thing within another. Haven't you always heard that man is a spiritual being having a physical experience?
Yeah.
This is called manito in the Americas. You ever heard they mistake it as the Creator? White man told you that was the Creator. No, Geechee and manito are not the same thing. Manito would be equivalent to what a God is, a thing in a thing. He would be equivalent to what a man is, a thing in a thing.
And a Geechee would be comparative to a spiritual thing. Is that what you're saying?
Geechee is the Creator. He's all things.
Okay.
Hey, now what you say our real self is, Kyle?
The soul. The soul is the thing that is you. When you look in the mirror and you see yourself, it's not the physical thing that you're looking at that thinks, that feels, that tastes, that hears, that learns, right? There ain't no knowledge kept in your knee. Ain't no knowledge kept in your brain. There's no knowledge in your elbow.
No.
What is it that thing that it has the ability to learn?
Listen to what Calvin is saying. Go to chapter 1 in Book of Ben. You're already in Book of Ben. Go to
chapter. Y'all got to keep reading that one, cuz that is.
It's right there.
That deal about to get crazy.
The question is right there. Go down. Just go down.
Hey, come back to it. I was gonna precept what you said. Go ahead though.
What chapter?
All you gotta do is just keep reading.
No, I keep reading, but then I want you to go to chapter 1 after you done reading it. Right, you reading this.
Man inquired if the dwelling place for the spirits of the dead is up in the firmament. How is it created? What does it rest upon? And how does the soul of man dwell in heaven? If the S-man or the spirit man has feet and legs, how does he walk?
Listen up.
Do his arms change into wings? Do it turn into a little baby in diapers?
And Huggies, Cupid.
With a bow and arrow shooting heart-shaped arrows in niggas' hand parts?
That's a Louise.
Huh? Or does he ride the lightning bolts? Huh? God said already your soul goes in that direction, but it cannot take your body with it.
Man, that's crazy.
The real you. That's the real you. Watch
from the second you have been born, you have been dying. And guess what? You can't take this physical body with you, but your physical death is your spiritual birth.
Yeah.
These are the so-called 7 levels of heaven. You dying away from the earth. 3 times being birthed full away from it.
Resurrection.
Your judgment cannot listen. Look what it say. Your corporeal judgment cannot cope with spiritual things. Huh? As thought travels, huh? So is it with the spirit of the dead. This is why you gotta know. This is why astral travel don't work if you ain't never been there. If you ain't no information about it. If you ain't never seen nothing about it. It doesn't work.
Hold on, man. You can't pass up that first phrase that easy. I ain't gonna let you get away with that one, man.
As thought travels.
As thought travels. As thought travels.
How fast thought move? How fast it move? It moved faster than light.
It's instant. It's instant. Instant.
As thought travels.
Scientists tell you that the thought moves slower than. That's what scientists would tell you. You can look that up right now. They'll tell you that thought is slower than light.
Crazy.
But thought is instant.
You can't do nothing without thought.
It's instant.
It's instant.
How fast is it? How fast?
Listen, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I have no clue. It's fast. I can outthink myself to a place before light can reach it.
Correct.
I could think myself there before light could get there.
Man, oh man.
It's instant.
Instant.
Wherever you desire.
As thought travels, so it is with the spirits of the dead. This is your Merkab. When you have quit your corporeal body, when you dead, behold, your spirit will be free. Wherever you desire to go, you shall go.
Ooh, way.
Instant.
That's amazing, man.
But see, guess what? With freedom, with emancipation comes responsibility. There's gonna be some reaping.
Yeah, but hold
all that sowing.
Hold on a second. So in the first resurrection, isn't it true with them too?
What?
As thought travels, so it is with the spirit of the dead. When you look at
the next verse.
Look.
Nevertheless, you shall go only as thought goes, i.e., without substance. And when you have arrived at the place, you shall fashion from the surroundings. Take upon a semblance of flesh. Uh-oh. Is this what a ghost is?
Mm-hmm.
From the surroundings, your own form, hands and arms and feet and legs perfectly.
Look at
The
this.
gods not build only themselves, but plateaus for the inhabitation of
Millions.
new.
So all spirits can't do this when they cross over.
No, all spirits do this when they cross over.
Yeah. Especially if you bound to one of the 4 false gods.
Or you got a wicked proclivity. That's what I'm saying. We read earlier what you was doing while you was on earth, that you continue to do that when you cross over.
They can just come take you.
Let me let this dog out real quick.
Yep. If you you know, if you like to go see Big Booty Judy at the strip club, you know what I mean, and like to you know that lower member rules, then those are your thoughts.
Yeah.
As thought travels, even when you cross over.
Where you going?
You know what I mean? So now everyone can do a spiritual inventory. Is my mind on higher resurrection, higher light, or was it on earthly sensual things, corporeal things? You feel me? Because as a man thinketh, so is he. So he is. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. That's major.
There's some things in my mind that I just have to witness because I don't think it's possible for me to get the answers that to my satisfaction, because I think that everybody will seek their highest good. Now, I guess there is such a thing as deception, where your highest good is, I guess, limited.
Well, everybody,
you don't know anything else.
Everybody will ultimately seek their highest good.
Mm-hmm.
Had mentioned to you earlier, some people have to go through a season or seasons of hate before they can even liberate themselves from it. And it's something that they have to do. It's not like God put them there and then threw away the key and gave them a time limit or something, or a certain years of sentence. That's on you when you decide you want to wake up and liberate and rise higher. That's on the individual.
Yeah, you get tired of getting your ass kicked in the spirit, and guess what? You're gonna stop being a misfit. And you guess what? How do I resurrect? How do I get up higher? By doing the same thing you supposed to been doing on this earth.
Yep.
Loving others as if they are you.
Yep. And that's why
that's my point right there. It's like I can't comprehend how somebody would want to be in a situation, a negative situation. You know, you're in a situation. I mean, if you don't know that situation,
look at it objectively, man. Look at it objectively. If you want to know what goes on in the spirit realm, look at what goes on in the corporal realm, what's right underneath your nose, man.
Yep.
Look at the people that put themselves in situations every day that hinders their lives, man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then ask yourself what's inspiring them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's a good way of putting it, I guess.
And if they die that way, Quab, if they die that way, this is what we're showing you. And when they die that way, it ain't gonna be no different from them when they die. They still gonna be doing the same thing until they decide to liberate themselves from that ignorance and from that illusion, and then resurrect themselves from there.
So you're saying they got to be able to compare their situation with some. I mean, like, say in this reality here, you get a guy, he eventually goes to jail, but he wants to be free. And so he should be able, by the results of his situation, be able to make a better decision. So
right.
You're saying it's like that in the spiritual realm too.
Right. But look at how many, but look at how many people even go to jail and then come back out and still do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a damn good point right there.
You know, you got to look at it. You got to look at it corporately, but then look at it like this too. Look at how many people made a mistake, went to jail, and then they came out of jail, man, and
their whole life around.
Change their whole 360.
It rehabilitated.
Change their whole 360.
You see, but it took for them to want to do that. It was something that turned on in them. It was a desire that started burning. You feel me? And he was propelled forward in righteousness. And what happened? He ended up elevating. You either in the declension or the resurrection, bro.
Yeah, man, that's
it. You either falling or you rising. That's it.
Think about this. Remember the saying, "My people die from a lack of knowledge."
Yeah.
Hosea, the 4th chapter. Yeah.
Think about this. That continues in the spiritual world. This is why experience and ignorance and being the dupe is a negative in reality, because it's a negative even in the spiritual world.
Yeah.
Hey, do y'all remember that verse where I was talking about it on my video the other day, where I forget where it's at. Y'all probably know where it says that in the spiritual, you're going to have to do without money the things that you could have done with money.
Right.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's the book of knowledge.
Yeah, it's actually to say that, but yeah.
It's the book of God, no, the book of judgment. I think it's
what did that mean to y'all?
Oh, I can that's in Book of Judgment. You can actually go to Book of Judgment. I think chapter 6 would explain that exactly. Because it talks about the difference between a corporeal deed and a spiritual deed. That's what it talks about, because it specifically says that if a rich man opens up a house, a soup house or something for the poor, and the poor people go to the soup house to get the soup, and then he got enough money.
It's gonna be more of them, right?
What he's doing is he's creating a system of dependency.
Oh yeah.
Rather than create a
problem. Yeah.
Right. So rather than to create a system for them to work for themselves so they can feed themselves every day of their life. You see what I'm saying? It's just a corporeal deed to make people benefit, to make people dependent on you, but to make them dependent on themselves, make them independent, that goes towards spirit.
Yeah, and it's short-term relief as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? They right back out there the next day but looking for food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same concept as giving somebody that's less fortunate $1 or $2 out there. You know, he right back out there the next day. It's not showing him how to make his own money so he can feed his own self. That's resurrecting somebody.
Right.
That's you helping somebody out on their path of resurrection, perfecting themselves.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And so OAHSPE even showed you the difference between real charity versus like you ain't doing nothing but making it. You ain't doing nothing but making the situation worse by doing that.
Right. It's the difference between giving a man a fish and teaching a man to fish.
It's right. Yep. It goes back to that saying. And I'm gonna add this just real quick. I'm gonna add this to what Malachi was saying. Like if you give a man $1. It lowers your grade if that man take that $1 and do something evil with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember reading that.
So so you gotta watch it. You gotta watch giving.
Yeah, you use discernment, man.
Yeah, you watch that when you giving.
Because the American way, I mean, the Gentile, is to Christianity, I'll call it, is to give for the sake of giving. It's not really to give for the sake of rehabilitating. And
to better the individual, to make it better. Like, hey, look, I ain't gonna just get you up off this corner and feed you. I'm gonna show you how to feed yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? That right there takes work, time, effort, and sincerity. You ain't getting no monetary value behind it. You know what I mean? So that really that in itself really shows like who is serious about establishing the kingdom of the Creator in and on this earth.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Because you must also understand that doing a good work is its own reward. You did what I'm talking about. There is nothing that feels better than seeing that you done something for somebody and it made them better.
Yeah.
There ain't no better feeling than that in the world. That right there alone is worth doing whatever you're doing good for somebody else.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You can't even explain it.
Right. And the crazy part is we must remember that spirit and flesh are one inside of the other, but they're opposites. How you gain in one is how you lose in the other.
Oh man, did you brother let me miss Selah, man? He came in the room.
Did he?
Yeah. He said he tapped in. Was he backstage?
Oh man, you had a 4 horsemen up here on your show.
No, but I ain't even see bro.
In the chat, man. The brother checked in. I didn't see it.
Shit, he's probably still on the Selah. Hit the chat. Come on in, boy.
Yeah, man.
Oh wow, man.
Bro doing his thing. I know he just got back in from out of town too.
Yeah.
So he may be a little tired or whatever. But Selah, you want to jump on? You just building.
Hey, Quab, we ain't, if you see one of us, man, the three of us ain't far behind, man.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah. Well, brother, I gotta wrap it up, man, because with this software, what they do is you go on for a while and then they start deleting other videos that you got in your library. So I'm gonna go ahead.
He was just saying he was tuning in.
Oh, okay. Hey man, you brother bless my soul, man. I wish y'all would come around. I know you can't do it every day.
That's also just the same, brother. As a boss.
I mean, this is a for y'all behind.
Cal, what you over there doing, boy?
Yeah, she beating up this damn dog. Hold on.
Hey, but love, light, and balance. Cosmine to the host, the panel, the chat, all y'all, man. You know what I mean? And use them all to be your best self.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yeah,
love,
man,
light, balance. All praises to the ever-present creator of all creation.
Yes.
It always was, is, and never shall be. And as my brother Daryl Cosmine say, whose magnitude is incomprehensible. Yeah. Until the next time, family, my brother Malachi Maccabee. Hey, y'all go over to CGG, Creator Gang TV, like, subscribe, share. I'm about this deal, y'all. One love.
One love.
Peace, bro. Hey, man. Love, light, balance out there. Peace to all the righteous gods and Nirvanian goddesses. Hey, another great live. Just keep on building, brother Yaquab. You dig what I'm talking about? Shout out to my brother Daryl Cosmine and Malachi Maccabee for coming through tonight, sharing some light up in this thing. Hey, heavy build, and we just chopping off the dome.
All right, brother. I'm right here, man. You ain't gotta look very far from me. I'm gonna be right here, except for Wednesdays, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, I go to there's a Bible class they got going. All right, OAHSPE class. Make that clear.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Yaquab.
Yeah.
I need you to do one thing for me though.
Yeah.
I need you to breathe in. Right in. Because I'm Cosmine and I'm out. Man, peace to my brothers, man.
Love and light, my brother.
Love.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you pull yourself above yourself to see yourself, you might see yourself below yourself and realize you're not yourself. But if you take yourself within yourself to reinvent yourself, you might deconstruct to reconstruct yourself to become yourself. So become yourself, now free yourself. Love and light as above, so below. All praises to the ever-present creator whose magnitude is incomprehensible and whose presence is everywhere. I'll see you soon, brother.
Hey, brother, put that down on paper, man, so my book is going to be out in like December.
I got you.
Send it to me, okay?
I got you. Stay blessed.
And with your permission, I'm going to put it in there.
Right on. We'll talk.
Okay.
Love and light.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for checking in. All right. Wow, man. Wow, brother. I'm going to wrap it up. My goodness, man. You can't be the same after listening to these brothers. You can't, man. If Selah would have checked in, that would have blown up the whole damn channel. I mean, got on the came on the chat, came on the video. So Man, oh man, oh man. I appreciate all you brethren checking in. I hope y'all keep coming around. We can just talk to one another. That's all that this channel is for, man. I just wanted to be a town hall for faithists. You know, you just come around, you get some word, somebody shares something, bless other brethren. We were talking tonight about that's the height. That's the whole purpose. You're at the top of the line, man. If you are at the whole world is at your feet, man. You faithists. You seek to do something, may bless your brethren. That's the whole agenda right there, man. The whole agenda. That's the creator, man. That's the like the highest you can get. So, brethren, thanks for checking in. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. And tomorrow, Creator willing, same bat time, same bat channel. Join me then. And until then, I pray the Creator bless you, brethren. Bless you with protection. Bless you with peace of mind. Bless you with comfort. Bless you with wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Bless you with love and light. And until I see you again on video, peace be unto you. Shalom.